everyone. This is DJ Honey Flow for the Honey Flow Talk Show. Today is going to be, we're doing actually something very special. It's called Queens Unite, and this is also for International Women's Month. This whole month, we're celebrating, various events and different things on Twitch. So I just want to welcome YouTube and also Facebook. I'm going to now and Instagram, some people coming over there from over there as well. We're going to have a panel discussion today. So I welcome all these beautiful women, and a few of them are going to be joining us later, but I am going to mention the ones here and the ones joining us. So we got Red Bone Queen 87. We also have Portia Live, and we got DJ Jen that's hosting a lot of events going on for the entire month, guys, of this whole entire month with Mistress Kush, Black Beauty 70. She does a lot of events for women and a lot of empowerment raids too. We got DJ Mai Tai out of Philly. We got Yo JD as well. We got Mish Mish, that's a cook. Mish Mish 8 from DC that's coming to join us. We got also Soul Star. So we're going to wait until some of them come in. But right now, we're going to bring in the ladies right now as well. So make sure you guys welcome them too. And hey, Mahogany, I see you as well. Thanks for coming through. We got Steph One Love. We got DJ Freaky Fire or Freak Fire in the building too. Thanks for coming through. Of course, Red Bones in the chat and is going to be with us too. So salute to all you guys. So make sure you guys definitely join the conversation. It's going to be very thought provoking, and it's going to be very empowering. And to all the men, you're going to learn something too. So stick around. If you have any questions for the ladies, let us know too. So let's bring them all in. Make sure your cameras are turned on. Okay, good. I see them turned on. Okay, we got DJ Jen here in the building. Hello, can you hear me? Oh, let me unmute.
Here, I can hear. Hi.
Hey, okay, now I could hear you. I think you're muted for a sec. You're good. Okay, and we also got Red Bone Queen in the building. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how
for
you
having
doing?
me.
Thanks for coming too. I appreciate you. I really like your backdrop. It looks really nice.
Thank
Very
you.
pretty. Yeah, I need that. And we also got,
Amazon.
oh, Amazon. I got to get that. We also got Portia live too. How you doing, Portia? Oh, I think you're muted. Let's see. Now we can't hear you. For some reason. Maybe hit audio. Did you hit audio? It was working before. Not sure why it's not working. Oh, you know what? If you're using these, take those out, the earbuds. Yeah, because, yeah, we can't hear you. I don't know if you could disconnect them.
I just had the same problem.
Sometimes with the wireless ones, yeah, we still can't hear you. Let's see here. Sometimes with the wireless ones, that happens. Can you fix the, I think if you go to settings,
If you go to settings,
audio,
yeah,
and then it should say external mic or headphone mic. Can you hear us now?
I can hear you guys, but can you hear me?
Okay, now we could hear you. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, sounds good. Hey, Unknown Dreamer, thanks for joining us as well. We got Black Beauty in the building. Thanks for coming through. Oh, she just rated us as well, guys. So welcome, Black Beauty. We got Sheba Love as well. And of course, Steph One Love. A lot of loves in the building, I'm noticing. Let's see here. Okay, thanks for the raid, Selectress, Mistress Kush, and also Jen for coming on earlier too. We appreciate you to raid in. All right, let's see. Just see who else. How you doing, Black Beauty? If you guys want to join, let us know too. Black Beauty and Mistress Kush too, by all means. So we should be having a few others coming, you guys, of course. Right now, we're going to kind of get into discussion about female empowerment, and I'm, interested to hear a lot of your thoughts, how you guys think on, just basically female empowerment and also International Women's Month. So I'm going to start with showing you guys the flyer here, because that's why we're all here, really celebrating this month and what it means to you. So I guess I'm going to just really get into the first questions, because we got a lot of questions. Interested in hearing your thoughts. But actually, before I get into it, if you guys can kind of talk about, and we'll start with maybe Redbone Queen. You know, if you guys do shows, of course, I know you guys do some shows, and tell us what you do on Twitch too. So I'm going to remove this, and maybe we'll start with Redbone Queen actually.
Okay. Well, hi, I'm Ribbon Queen 87. I used to do the Twitch TV guide about last year, but it got a little hectic. So I do have something coming up next week, which is a surprise for my fitness crew. Thanks to DJ Jin Jin for putting that out there. So I'll be bringing what I do on Instagram and TikTok to Twitch. I work out and with weights, and yeah, I'm really excited about that actually.
Oh, that's amazing. You work out. What type of workout is it? Is it like weight training and dance? Like what type of workout is it? Yeah.
Progressive weights,
Mhm.
progressive overload with weights, and I do a little dance. Of course, there's some dance breaks and things like that, but mostly with weights. And yeah, that's how I'm shaping my body that way. So I'm trying
That's
not to
awesome.
do everything, but get healthy and strong on internally, and that'll transfer outward.
Yeah, that's awesome. And what actually city, like where are you from? What city and place are you from?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York, but I live in Charlotte, North Carolina now. Been here for about 9 years. I can't believe I've been here that long.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a huge transition, you know, Carolina compared to New York for sure. Yeah,
Brooklyn. Yeah, that-
awesome.
Right.
Hey, Gator boy, good to see you. DJ Soph the Sage, also another woman killing it. Thanks for coming, you guys. I appreciate you guys. And you know, this is going to be an awesome discussion once we get into it. So, Portia Live, why don't you tell everyone what you do and where you're from as well, too?
Hi guys, I'm Portia. I was born in South Africa, but I've lived most of my life in the US. I currently live in Miami. I'm a physical therapist by day, but on the weekends I DJ. And on Wednesdays, I play at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with two guys from Toronto. We call it Deep Night. So I kick off the show, and then typically Russell will play after me. 210, one of our other members, is off right now. He has surgery, so he has been playing. I do radio stations as well. I'm on a Boothia Radio on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm on My House Radio on Fridays at 5 p.m.
Okay, awesome. Now, I think I saw you too. I can't remember if I'm pretty sure it was you. You were on the beach or you're doing some DJ. Was that you?
Probably,
A few
yes, those
DJ
are the
gigs?
Bahamas. Yeah.
Those looked amazing. I'm like, wow, like some of
Probably
your
one of the
gigs.
most beautiful places I played. So
Yeah, I was like, wow, girl, you go. Like I was rooting for you when I saw some of the videos. They just looked really dope, and you look super, like you know, you just looked really, really happy and
yeah,
radiating. You know, like on when you're doing your event. So I love seeing that from you as
thank
well.
you for sharing
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
All right. So we got also DJ, the one and only DJ Jen Jen. So why don't you tell people where you're from and what you do as well?
Am I the one and only DJ Jen Jen? We have to
I think
go ahead and
so.
do a search.
On Twitch, I think you are. On Twitch, I
I'm
think you are.
joking.
Underscore DJ underscore
Oh
Jen
yeah,
Jen.
underscore. Yeah, I don't think I've seen anyone with the underscore. Yeah.
Underscores killed me. Yeah. But go ahead.
So I'm DJ Jen Jen. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I am a teacher by day. I teach virtually across the world, computer science skills or graphic or digital marketing skills to numerous people from Saudi Arabia to New Zealand. I had the other day was interesting. In London, like just everywhere from all ages. I work for different programs and I contractually teach for all those different programs.
That's awesome. And then what do you do on Twitch as well for those that don't know you? What are some things that you put together and you do on Twitch, you know, especially for your raids and everything you design here?
So on Twitch, I just click my controller and press buttons and play music. No, I'm joking. Okay. So on Twitch here,
Killing me.
I am a virtual DJ. I enjoy playing so many different genres of music. I love South African music. That's why I love your streams, Portia. I just want to say that. Like I love your streams. Like I'm like, oh my god. Like yeah. So like I love music from all walks of life. I'm all about celebrating culture from everywhere and anywhere. And I listen to pretty much everything. So I play everything. But here on Twitch, I found myself not only playing music, but also advocating for myself and other people to express themselves in so many different ways. Whereas here we are, Women's Empowerment for the month, right? It's National Women's Month celebration. I created Rising Queens about, was it a year and a half ago, Honey Flo?
Yeah, I think so. It's been a while.
Yeah, I know we had our year anniversary. Yeah, so it was about a year and a half ago, which was one of the first all-female raids on Twitch, which I decided that it was necessary to do because I didn't see a lot of women on a lot of raids at that time. So I decided to create a raid on my own, given the fact that I do have the digital marketing and graphic design skills. It's nothing for me to throw together a quick flyer and present people. So that's something that I have been doing and continue to do. A year and a half later, not only have I hosted Rising Queens, their Saturday Morning House, because I love house music. And there is also Listen to the Beat of Africa, which happens every now and then because I love music, like from South Africa, Nigeria, and a lot of different other countries out in Africa. So I love to celebrate that side of things. And one of the biggest reasons I love African music, my daughter's half Nigerian. So one of the things that we do is we celebrate her culture along with my culture. In my culture, I am Guyanese. So the soca and the Afro beats and everything all goes together. And we have one big drum fest in the house because we do have drums. And we're always dancing. So
That's an awesome combo too, Nigerian, Guyanese, and I don't think I've heard too much like that combo together. I think that's awesome, and your daughter's going to grow up with such a collective of, well, of course, a personality like yourself, but like music and everything else. I think that's beautiful. That's
she loves
awesome.
music and she's always dancing. So
Yeah, that's so good. And you told people where you were from, right? The
Brooklyn, New
beginning?
York. Mhm.
Brooklyn, exactly, Brooklyn. And Brooklyn's a very special place for music too, would you say?
It is. I feel like for Brooklyn itself, it's so diverse that we get such a variety of music. So I don't only just play music from my own culture or cultures that I play music from many other cultures because a lot of my friends are from different places. I feel like New York is just a melting pot of people from everywhere. Um, and you don't see that a lot in other states. And I'm sure Redbone can chime in on that one because you're in North Carolina and you kind of miss some of that variety, right? So yeah, I think you're on mute.
Oh, you're on mute, I think.
Sorry, yeah, I was trying not to my fan to be all. But yeah, I do miss Brooklyn very much. I miss the West Indian Day Parade, the Puerto Rican
Oh,
Day
yeah.
Parade. It's just not the same here. They try to do a little bit of carnival here, but it doesn't equate.
I had someone from Carolina give me Afro beats. I'm like, "What is this?" I'm like, "This isn't Afro beats. This is stuff my dad listens to. What is this?" So I feel like the UK, New York, and some of those places are just very, very special. Canada, when it comes to that, like music, that we really, really, truly love that. And I'm sure Florida, Miami, a lot of Caribbean music, Spanish music being played, like there's certain states I find, yeah, you could hear different music for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so we got like Soul Star too. We're gonna bring her in as well. How you doing, Soul Star? Oh, I think you're on mute. Let's see if we can unmute you. Oh, you gotta press.
Hello?
Oh, there we go. Now we hear you.
You hear me now? Hi,
Yeah.
everyone.
Good to see you. So we're just kind of going around introducing ourselves. So if you want to basically introduce yourself, if you do a show, if you're a mod, what you do on Twitch, and also where you're from too.
Okay, well, I'm from Queens, New York. I kind of born and raised, but I am half Nigerian and also African American. So me and Jen share that in common because her daughter is also half Nigerian. So we kind of bonded over that as well. Um, and yeah, so I started off on Twitch just listening and, just I'm a lover of music in general. So, just vibing. I also, am a CQ head. I don't know if you guys, I'm just throwing a little plug, D Nice, you know. But then I started listening to Twitch because one of the CQ fam had actually said, hey, come to Twitch. So I came to Twitch with a lot of other CQ fam, and I was just kind of hooked. Just vibing, not really like connecting with people. Well, yes, still connecting with people, but not like how I am now. So kind of like giving you a little preview. So I probably started listening to Twitch in maybe 2021, I believe, like early 2021. But I would not come like here like this. This is like my second time being on camera on Twitch. It's kind of weird.
Oh, wow.
Because
So
I'm
then I
used to
won't
playing the
maximize you,
background.
make you feel
No,
uncomfortable.
it's all good. But yeah, this is cool because it's bringing me out of my comfort zone, and I thank DJ Jinjin for that. Oh Lord, I'm busting out my shirt. Jesus Christ, hold on.
Oh,
You're
that's
fine.
okay.
I don't want to give a peep show.
I don't think yeah, I
um,
don't think, I think it's all good. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm trying to bring her out her
Yeah,
shell because she's a great singer, and it would be nice if she actually streamed some of her karaoke sessions a little
never
bit.
streamed. I never streamed, but I do mod. I now mod for DJ Jinjin and Selectress Mistress Kush. So thank you to those queens for actually like, hey, do you want to be my mod? And I was like, who, me? I'm just a listener. I mean, I do my little karaoke and I sing and stuff like that, but to like be a mod, like who, me? So I just thought that was an honor for both of them to ask me to mod for them. And it's like a whole new world, I guess, because now not only do I listen, but I have to kind of like be engaged in the chat, see what's going on. And I'm trying to work it out. I'm learning. It's still a work in progress for me. But thank you so much again for the opportunity, ladies. And I just like, I love, it's a vibe. Like just seeing what Jinjin is doing with all the different raid trains, what Black Beauty and Mistress Kush are doing. It's amazing to see this unfold. Like, and to think that you guys have been doing this for like what 2 years now, almost 3 years, and just to see the growth of everything. DJ Mai Tai, who is also a CQ head, I think she's coming later, right?
Yeah, she
Is
should
she
be
joining
coming
us?
later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she's my CQ fam.
So then you probably know this
So
girl,
she
Xtina,
also,
too.
yes, this girl Xtina, Chakra Ashram, and it's just a vibe because like I feel like the music that you hear on Twitch specifically, especially with these female empowerment, rising queens, raid trains, and everything, Afro beats, it's not the music that you hear every day on the radio. It's different, it's stuff that I've never heard before. It's stuff that I know, but I never get a chance to hear because they play the same damn 5 songs on the radio all the time. It's so
Oh,
super annoying.
true. Yeah.
But just to kind of like have the opportunity to listen to dope ass music with dope ass people is fly. And just I want to have a chance to like see Redbone Queen, your stream. I don't think I've had an opportunity to, or Sport Portia. Am I saying it right?
Portia.
Or is it
Portia.
Portia?
Portia.
Okay.
Yeah,
Portia
Portia
Live.
Live.
Yeah.
Yes. I want to have the opportunity to enjoy you ladies too as well. So I'll
Absolutely.
follow you.
Thank you.
And
Yeah,
I'll
you're
follow
doing
you
a
hello,
as
great
well.
yes,
job.
I'm also.
Yeah, you're
Thank
doing a
you. I
great job,
enjoy
I
your
was gonna
stream.
say,
Well,
you know?
Flow.
Yeah, and even I really encourage you to sing too. I hope you can, because singers
Mm-hmm.
are actually killing it on Twitch, guys. Like I've watched a lot of singers, some females too, at on my raid train last year, and like I'm just like, man, they don't have to buy expensive equipment. Just get a mic, or you don't even need a mic. Just start singing in your bedroom. These singers have like 200 people in their rooms. So if you got the voice and you just know how to connect with people, which it sounds like just listening to you, it sounds like you really do. I think you're going to do very well. So go for it, you know?
I think she's thinking about it now. She was
I'll
like,
think about it.
I'm going to
I'll
send
show
you
you.
some, I'm going
I
to send you
do
some singers.
go on IG, but Twitch is like different for me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay.
something
Well,
I'm not used to, you know.
all right.
Yeah,
Make sure
Thank you for
everyone in the
the
room, yeah, adds all these ladies too. We got another one that just came in. Yo, JD, how you doing? Oh,
Yeah, let me know if you guys can hear me.
okay. Now we could hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Hi,
I really
everybody.
like your brick walls you always use.
Thank you.
Yeah, it looks really good. So we're just kind of going around, asking everyone basically what they do for their shows on Twitch, if they're a mod, if they stream, and your city, where are you from as well?
Okay, so my turn is yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Yo JD. I'm from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and I started on Twitch as a mod with my sis Soph the Sage, who's in this chat. I've modded for a long time for a lot of DJs, but I've always had that musical itch. So last year, a good friend of mine got me to start learning how to DJ. And February 27th would have been February 27th that just passed is my 1 year that I started learning how to DJ. And April 6th coming up will be my 1 year of streaming music on Twitch. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, awesome. That's really good. Well, I thank you guys for joining me, the Honey Flow Show, and we're going to definitely get into it. And I know a few more are going to be on this panel too. So I'm really curious to hear your thoughts and opinions. And there is no right or wrong answer. It's just how you feel. Just being really honest. Yeah, so we're going to actually get into it right now here. I know Jen was helping me with this little mini slideshow here. So, of course, we're celebrating International Women's Month, you guys. Yeah, and it's just been a great month of different events and meeting a lot of beautiful women doing a lot of great things in their communities and the cities that they're in. So, we just wanted to bring everyone together and just talk about different, issues surrounding women and women empowerment as well. So, the first question I have for you guys is what characteristics and traits define a woman? What do you guys think? And maybe I'll start off with DJ Jen.
I think for me, I would say strength is like number one. And I would say that comes from women in my family, like my mother and my grandmother, most definitely my grandmother, who had the strength to venture off to a new country on her own and work here and bring a family of, I would say, 6 here to the States in the 1970s. So I feel like that strength that I see that she possessed and how she instills that into us is something that I try to emulate within her. So
Okay.
I think that's number one for me.
What do you think, Redbone, Queen 87?
For me is confidence, and I'm gonna piggyback on strength too, because the women in my family are just some amazing humans. But confidence, being able to walk in any room and present whatever you have to offer. I mean, of course, you have that fear of rejection and whatever, but screw all of that noise. I want to come in booming, bold, and beautiful, and just give my talent and my knowledge as needed.
That's awesome. I love that. How do you screw the noise? I'm curious too, just to piggyback on what you said, because I think
Oh,
that you seem like you're confident, which is great. And that
it
could probably help us.
yeah, it took me a while to get here. I wasn't always this confident, but after a while, it's just knowing who you are, standing in your own truth, and being unapologetic about it without being rude. I think that that's what embodies that screw the noise. Anyone can say anything. It's not about what they think, it's about what you think about yourself.
Yeah, I love that. I got to hang out with you. I love that. You could teach me
Come
something.
on, girl.
Yeah. What about you, Yo JD, as well? Characteristics and traits that define a woman to you?
Well, I'm gonna piggyback off of Jen and Redbone. Strength, confidence, intelligence, um, independence, being able to stand on your own and do your own thing, not to take away from what a man would bring to a woman's life, but still being able to, yeah, just be independent, do your own thing, be resourceful, and um, Yeah, be resourceful because I'm a single parent, so independence is you kind of have to be independent. So just being able to do everything that you need to do and not fall. It's not easy all the time to stand on your 2 feet on your own, but you know, giving yourself a pat on the back when you're doing all of this. Yeah.
So true. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And Soul Star as well.
Yeah. Three traits that I would think of are definitely strength, Jinjin said, courage, and empowerment, especially now because I just feel like it's just so important now for us all to just empower. I feel like all the queens have been doing for me, helping to empower me, get me out of my shyness and stuff. And you know, I just think of my mom. I think of all actually the strong women in my life right now. My best friend, all the wonderful queens that I've met through Twitch, through IG, my CQ family, and like strength. You know, it's amazing to just see how strong we all are, especially together. Because I think when we join forces, we're even greater. We're
Oh, it's freezing a little bit. Do you guys catch the last part? Or are you able to repeat the
am
last
I
part of that?
frozen?
I don't know. Oh, okay. I think we hear you now. Yeah, you just froze for a little bit at the end there. Can you repeat the last part you said?
Yeah, I was just saying like strength basically is the one that kind of like reigns for me because all the women I know in my life are strong and resilient. And we are stronger together, like lifting each other up. And I love it. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Especially this forum being here, talking to you, DJ Honey Flow, meeting all of you guys. It's just wonderful. It's wonderful. Thank you for inviting me because like, okay, with Ginger Act, I'm like, okay, cool. So thank you for having me here and thank you for empowering me. So I
Yeah, you're
appreciate you
doing
guys.
great. And I really think you're going to start your own talk show. Mark my words. It may not even be singing. You know, the way you're talking, I have a feeling that that could possibly be in your future. Let's see. So I just want to say hello to Twitches. I saw Disco Darren that came through in the building. Thank you for coming through. Steph Love is helping me. She just got a sword, so she's helping me today. Twitches, we love you, but sometimes we want to kill you as well at the same time. We got Clarky. Who else is in here? Big Daddy. That was a nice comment. We appreciate you and salute you. He says, "Wow, look at all these beautiful, strong women. God bless all of you." I appreciate that, Big Daddy. So don't worry, all the fellas. Make sure you guys stick around because you guys are going to learn something as well. And I'm trying to see if anyone else came through. DJ Soph the Sage and everyone else that's come through. We appreciate you as well. Oh, we got Sea Love that just came in the building too. And yeah, so we appreciate you guys. Okay, so and then Portia too. What characteristics and traits define a woman to you?
I think, looking back and also hearing what the women talking about their mothers and the females in their lives, I feel like rebellion or rebellious is a word that really stands for me because my mom, I found to be rebellious from the time she was a teenager. She was always defying the rules that, women, especially in South African rural South Africa, had to kind of adhere by. So I feel like a lot of the strength, a lot of the characteristics that you guys are talking about have a rebellious nature under them, right? Kind of carving your own way, your own path, and saying, no, I don't want this just because it's women's work or if it's a typical thing. So I feel like, as much as I wanted as a child to be like different from my mom, I find myself as I'm getting older being closer to the kind of person that she was growing up for me. So I think rebellion or rebellion.
Awesome. I love that. Rebellion. That's a different term, a different word. Like how you described it is really interesting. Um, okay, so the next question here, I'm gonna call up because I'm a bit of a nerd, my slides here that Jen helped me on. Let's see here. So the next question is, this is something I'm looking forward to hearing your responses. Were there any women you looked up to? I know some of you mentioned your mothers. Anyone that you looked up to that inspired you, and what were the characteristics of those women that inspired you that you liked as well? So if anyone wants to just jump in, go for it as well.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
So I'll say, aside from my mom and my grandma, also I'm a teacher, right? I had this really cool teacher from first grade. Her name was Miss Kit. And I just think the dynamic way that she taught in the classroom was so different than something that I ever experienced. Not only did I have her for first grade, but I also had her for fifth grade. So I know how her style different from the other teachers. And then what she also brought for like all the girls in the classroom, like the energy, like she made sure that we always had a voice, right? She always made sure that she picked on the girls and the boys wasn't overpowering us. So I feel like she was someone who did inspire me to even continue. Honeyflow, you don't have to keep switching the backgrounds.
Oh, sorry. Am I making you guys dizzy?
Nauseous at this point.
Oh, sorry.
It was fine the way you had it.
Okay.
Everyone's in agreement, right? In the chat.
Oh, it was fine.
One in the chat. I'm gonna treat it like class. Drop a one in the chat if you're okay with the background being the way it is. All right.
I told you I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd at this stuff. But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, but not in the moment. Not in the moment. But yeah, she was amazing in that perspective. And I feel like just like women in general, like who we see in industry who are like the first of everything, who stand up for themselves, something that Portia says being rebellious. Someone like Oprah Winfrey is someone who I spoke about to a class of girls about being in the computer science field, how no one really believed that she can be that talk show host that made what she made at this point and was so successful at it. They didn't think that she was gonna be able to go that far. So like even like in the computer science industry, women are also underlooked and we need that one person to basically take a stance for us. And those are people who I pretty much look up to. People who push us and motivate us, right? And it doesn't only have to be women, it's also men in our life who also do it. I would say as a DJ, someone who pushed me to learn more in my craft. DJ Flavor was one of those people who supported me and pushed me into master my craft a little bit more. Honeyflow, did you make it smaller?
No. When I click the comments.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to be so annoying here because I'm not used to having a big panel. So I'm trying to get everything organized, and some things are writing overlays. So I'm trying to fix it. But no, I'm putting everyone's comments. Like I'm clicking the comments as you're talking. So it makes you guys smaller. But if I don't click the comments, see, it makes you guys bigger. So I'm trying to catch the chat's comments as well. In case you guys are wondering, what am I doing?
Those were in the educational system or just presentations. If you ever use something called Prezi, that used to drive the kids nuts. That's what we're having right now. It's a whole Prezi presentation going on. If you've never seen it, it's just something that swoons around. But yeah.
I don't like how this StreamYards does make, when you click the comments like this, it does make you guys look very, very tiny, But
that's okay.
Anyways, so I'm trying to do both. I'm trying to catch, and I see all you guys. She got cakes. See love in the building. Disco Darren. Grandma was 99. Were you 99? Let us know. Grandma was 99. I like your user ID. And everyone coming through. If you are 99 years old, let me know. My grandpa's 102.
Everybody got wine, and I just got water today. I'm a little bit behind in the whole memo, right? I didn't write that in the chat.
Okay.
I have Starbucks.
Which says make them look like bobbleheads. Yeah, I don't know. That's the only thing that's killing me. Yeah, see, Portia could do it. We could all do it. We'll look like bobbleheads. Okay, so that's interesting. I think I might leave the comments out because it's making you guys look really, really tiny, and I'm trying to blow you guys up. Make you guys look bigger. So if anyone else wants to jump in, who inspired you, and what kind of characteristics did you like about the person that inspired you?
I'll jump in. There's actually a woman who still inspires me to this day. It's just a woman that I know. She actually used to do my hair many, many years ago. And I've just watched her go from a hairdresser to one of the biggest Black female entrepreneurs in Montreal. And just watching her put her foot in everything and watching it succeed is inspiring to me. because I have a bit of like a business mind, and just watching her just flourish and grow as a Black woman, as a mother, as a business owner, and she doesn't let anything stop her, is it's like there's no limits for her, and it's beautiful to watch her flourish, and it's inspiring to me. I really like watching her journey.
That's awesome. And anyone else wants to jump in?
Um, yeah. Well, I have two. So my granny is my everything. It's no bad idea I can throw at her. My first business was my craft business. I didn't mention anything else because you said Twitch only, but I started my Redbones craft business, and she was the one that gave me the first $40, $50 to get started, just to see what I can do, and then she's been helping me ever since. Um, and then I will say one of the queens of Twitch, DJ Classic. She is always in my ear, pushing me to do different things, test the waters, not stay in one place too long if it's not fulfilling. And because of her, I started my RavNow marketing business that I'm the CEO of. So I have really beautiful women around that continuously pour into me daily, and I'm just so appreciative. But my grandma is definitely number one. She's still here. Thank you, Lord. She's my workout buddy, so she's helped me actually get comfortable with working out in front of people and online. So yeah, those are the two for me.
Amazing. Hey, DJ Queendom, we got another queen in the building from Alabama too in the chat room. Good to see you. Stirs de Soul, great to see you. And everyone else coming through. Thank you for coming through. She Got Cakes and everyone else definitely coming through to join this conversation. So what about you, Soul Star? Who inspires you as a woman, and what were the characteristics of them that stood out to you?
Okay, can you hear me? Can you see me? What's happening on my
Yeah,
computer?
yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah, you're
Okay.
good.
So for sure, the first person that comes to my mind, besides for my mom, is definitely my sister. My older sister, she passed away 12 of cancer, but she was my and she is my inspiration. She's actually the one that taught me how to sing. She actually helped me to realize my love for it and that I could actually hold a note. Her curly carry this. I strive to be the same. I mean, I think I'm pretty cool. Like my spreading the always smile, do the same. I definitely always, being little, I always imitate her. Like that's why I started singing, because she was singing. I would copy her. um, so yeah, she's a big part of me. And yeah, when I sing, and of course, certain songs they kind of like make me cry and break down, because like those songs are definitely connected to her and just everything she was about. And also the Spice Girls.
The
Oh
Spice
my
Girls.
God, I used to love the Spice Girls. So, girl, Spice Power, all that. I was like a fanatic in high school. And so, yeah, they definitely represent everything. And even
Oh, you're
when I
cutting
was young then,
out.
but I wish they would like my Scary Spice, Sporty Spice. I was Baby Spice. Am I cutting out?
Yeah, you're kind of cutting in and out. We can hear pieces of it, your conversation, but you're kind of cutting in and out throughout your entire
Mhm.
conversation, but we're hearing pieces of it.
So,
Like, yeah, it's cutting in and out. Hmm. I wonder actually what would help you, Soul Stars, maybe logging out and logging
Okay.
back into StreamYards. I
So I
think
think I'm
that
gonna
might
switch
work.
devices.
Okay. All right. We'll come back to her. We'll come back to Soul Star as well. When she comes back, we'll come back to her. And Portia Live as well, who inspired you and some of the characteristics as well, too.
So one of them is one of my professors in college when I was doing my undergrad. She was, I think, the only female in the department that taught in kinesiology. So just having her, she was born, I think, in the Middle East. So again, kind of breaking boundaries as far as like being one of the only faculty in that department that was female, and always making sure that the female students were engaged in some of the research. I remember after we did one research project with the department, she asked me if I can do some more research with her, and so like it kind of broadened my horizons of research and things like that. And I was kind of, it's kind of interesting. I would say that, and kind of the tenacity and always fighting and always making sure like more female students were represented and making sure we were very much involved in the program because it was a very male dominated field. And then more recently, I would say like on the streamers, I love Black Girl Gamer because she is herself. She's very comfortable in her skin and she says what she says. She's funny. She's smart. The way she approaches questions, the way she approaches her show, I think it's commendable. It's like, like she doesn't, there's no excuses. She just does what she does and she doesn't have to ask anybody. She's breaking barriers. She just does whatever. She plays music. She does voiceovers. She plays games. She just does, and she's a mom and a husband, a wife, and so she's just, I feel like, an inspiration. Like all these different roles and doing them well. So
Yeah, she's definitely original. She reminds me, got that Erica Badu type of originality that you can't find like you'll never find someone ever like her, which is she's pretty dope too. I agree. Let's see, she got cakes in the building. And then also I just wanted to say hello. I saw a few new people coming in. My Peace Girl, good to see you as well too. So if you guys want to join the conversation too, and fellas, if you have any questions, this is, female empowerment as well. But if you have any questions um, for the ladies, definitely drop them in if you want to know anything too. That would be good as well as we talk about just female empowerment and different things, what it's like being a woman as well, and a lot of different things surrounding that. But if you do have any questions, don't race away from the chat room. Make sure you drop them. One quick thing I was going to say, I'm not going to be answering too many questions, but this one I need to answer. And my inspiration is probably Christine Kane. I don't know if you guys are familiar with her, but she's the one that literally went through an airport, saw a missing poster, and now she runs the largest human trafficking organization in the world, which is something I'm really passionate about. So just seeing her story, like, and looking up to her and just meeting women that have purpose, like they're walking in their purpose, that's what really kind of fires me up or excites me or pretty much inspires me. She's definitely amazing. All right, we're going to get to the next question here
Wait,
too for you guys.
Does anyone want to know anything additional to add on for that? Or anyone want to
Oh, yeah,
share
go
out?
ahead.
I actually wanted to share out something. I felt like to go back off of what Portia said earlier about being rebellious. From listening to you all talk about the women who inspire you, I feel like all those women were rebellious. Like they were those women who stood out, who did something different that just lit your eyes up, and the energy that you had within you that wants you to kind of move forward in the direction that they did. And Portia, whoever your professor is, I'm like, whoa. I'm like totally excited about that. I was like, I think I need to meet her. Like that sounds totally cool. But like, yeah, I just wanted to kind of go back to the fact that our earlier question was about, those characteristics, and as you see, the commonality is being rebellious. Like, and those are the women who inspire us, right? The ones who break barriers. So I just wanted to kind of chime in on that.
Yeah, that's so true. That are doing something different from what everyone else is doing or what they're supposed to be doing or what I totally agree. Like ones that kind of just stepped out even I think a lot of them had to do it by themselves too, right? A
Mm-hmm.
lot of the women that we look at, like had to step out and do something to make a difference in this world. And they were known as rebellious, and some got shunned, right? Some lost their lives for doing what they've done. When you watch certain and you look at history and see stories of different women, you're like, wow, like a lot of women have paved the way, for where we are today, right? Because
I'm also curious though, because like I mean, even off that question, like, what is one thing that have you done that's, I guess, that you felt was rebellious that might have inspired others or something like that? I guess it's something that we all can answer. Like, what is one thing that you felt like you have done too, and that's part of empowerment. So I'm just curious about that for everyone.
that's a great question. Does anyone want to jump in?
Yeah, I will come in and say off the back, my whole family on my mother's side are Jehovah's Witness. And if anyone knows me, they know that I'm a lesbian. So that is definitely not a thing. And a lot of times I was not, I would say I wasn't encouraged to start my own business. I was always encouraged, not by my granny, that's a whole different type of breed right there, but everyone else needs to just go to school, get a job, and just pay bills and get married, have babies. But yeah, no, I go against the whole entire grain of my family.
Are they still like supportive or like love you, like with what you like chose to follow kind of thing, or did they kind of like separate from? If you want to share, I don't know if you want to
Yeah,
share. It's
that's
up to
fine.
you. Yeah.
My granny is very accepting. She doesn't care who I love. She just wants me good, safe, of course, serving Jehovah in any capacity. But not at first. But since I'm unapologetically myself and stand on what I believe in and who I love, and my day to day, they really didn't have any choice but to accept over time. So yeah, it wasn't easy at first. So.
Okay, thanks for sharing as well. Anyone else want to jump in?
I want to say like my early like rebellion was when I was a teenager, where I was the only Black or African kid in some of the sports that I played. I remember particularly like in lacrosse, which was definitely not a very like nobody else was Black or looked like me on the team, and it was a male and a female team, and I was so bored playing on the female team that one of my soccer teammates and I were like, dude, this is so boring. Like, let's see if we can ask the coach to allow us to play with the guys. So we're the first group of girls that played on the boys team. And so for them to even allow us, and because we're like, we want to play and have fun and be able to hit. So I feel like that was my memory of like some of my early like rebellion. Like, I don't want to play on the girls team because I'm a girl. I want to play on that team because that looks like something that I can do. So that was mine.
Okay.
Like you were gonna say something, honey. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say anyone else?
Oh, JD, you want to add?
Yeah, it would be probably JB. Yeah.
Well, I feel like I'm still rebellious till this day. So I feel like, especially diving into the DJ game, like I may look young, but I'm not that young, and it being such a male dominated field, it's like you have to be rebellious to push to get somewhere in it. So that would be my little. I'm still rebellious, and I think we all have a little bit of it in us. All of us talking right now. So
100%. And Jen, I could tell you wanted to say something.
Of course, Jen wants to say I'm rebellious, right?
Yeah.
I think for me overall, like, I mean, my whole life, I would say I was rebellious. I never really fit the mold of what, as Redbone said, like our cultural background is similar. She's Jamaican, I'm Guyanese, and that upbringing in that culture, like, is something different where they kind of see a path for you that they that you're supposed to just do, right? You're supposed to be a nurse. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to be with a man, and that's not the case. I choose whoever I want to be with, man or woman, right? And being bisexual, that's just who I am. But as far as like other things I'm involved in, like deciding to be a teacher in the tech field, going to school, being like that was actually the roughest one for me, like being the only woman in a STEM in a computer science class. Like the guys always second guess you. If you give a response to a question, they cut you off. And they never respect truly what your opinion is. And it was funny to me because one of my classes, my professor was a woman, and they still felt the need to like kind of just overpower anything I had to say. And being one of the only Black women in those classes too, because that was very rare to see anyone else who was Black and a woman in there. Honey Flo, you don't have to put the comments up.
Oh, I don't have to put the comments up? No? Okay.
No, not when someone's speaking. Just wait.
Okay. All right.
We're working with Honey Flo. We're working with Honey Flo. She's not used to the facilitating lecturing part, so we're gonna get her there.
I'm trying to get all the comments in so I can post them because I'm not shouting out anyone. I'm not really talking to anyone in the chat, so I'm trying to get
We'll
their
pause
comments
in
in too.
between and have a moment where. So here's a teacher move I'm gonna do. So if you have a question or a statement that you would like us to highlight, you can highlight it in the chat, and then we'll post it on the front, and we'll ask that question. So that way, Honey Flo.
So I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna leave it in this view, guys.
She's not used to a large panel, so I'm working with her. I'm giving her
she's helping me.
Teaching coaching skills. But yeah, like I feel like just being rebellious, and as Yo JD said, in the music industry, like I remember touching like one of my cousin's DJ set because that's my first time ever seen one like in person. That I was close enough to like press buttons, and they were like, "What are you doing?" Like, hey. And I'm like, I want to know what this is, and like what's happening. Like, and they was like, no. But it's not until I got older or someone they was like, okay, all right, you want to learn apparently, like, and I had to push my way in. But I'm sure if it was the other way around, if I was a boy, they would have just, allowed me to play either way. But yeah, being rebellious, I guess works for me and who I am.
I just want to piggyback on what you're saying, Jen, because with my background, I'm Vincentian and Haitian, and it's the same thing. You need to be a nurse. You need to, and I am a nurse. But it's like all the side things that I do that have nothing to do with, the standard, let's say, that they would want for you is considered rebellious, but I do them anyway. And so the music thing, all my little side hustles that I have, it's considered rebellious, but it's brought so much positive to my life that like family has no choice but to accept it. That's who I am. I'm gonna do what I want to do when I want to do it. So
it's also go ahead.
No, I just had a question because I just want to see like if like culturally like do you feel like they dismiss or ignore like those other passions? I'm just curious.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, I get the same thing. Like they don't really support everything else I do, and then
they don't take it seriously at all. Yeah.
I get the same thing too because my father is East Indian, but he's like a huge business guy, and my mom's Scottish. But like Indian, it's like you got to be married at a certain time, you got to have kids at a certain time, you got to be a doctor, you got to be a lawyer, you got to, like something's wrong if you don't fit into any of those things, right? And if you share passions, although they'll be like, oh, okay, they're like, what the heck? What's this Twitch thing? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing with your life? You know what I mean? So you do get, I think, cultural pressures, societal pressures. And if you're a certain age, like, God forbid, if you don't have any of those things, then maybe as a woman in society, you're known as like a failure, How do have you guys experienced that as well in different moments of your life too?
I would say I did because I tried it my mother's way. I got married straight out of high school. So I was 18, a wife, and then by the second year, I was having my son. So it clearly didn't work out. And it wasn't acceptable. I mean, regardless of what I was going through in that relationship, she would have still rather me be with a man, with him, with the baby father, and that's just not okay. So she doesn't take my other passions seriously either. She'd be very happy if I got another job, but I don't want to work for someone else. I don't want to be stuck at a desk. I don't want to be unhappy. I want to be flourishing and learning new things and challenging myself. And I mean, I know I dabble in a lot of things, and if you know me, I have several Instagram accounts because I just like to have everything organized. But I mean, I'm happy. That should be the main focus, that your child is happy, thriving, and living their best life, regardless of what you thought was the best for them.
Exactly. And at the end of our lives, is any of this going to matter? Like when you really think about it, like if you had your last day this week, would any of that matter? You know, your career, like just anything, how much money you're making, your career, your beauty, who you're with, like how many followers you have on the gram, would any of that matter? You know, it's something I think about often. So that kind of puts things into perspective of really what your life should, what is your life, like what should it be made of, right? It should be made of purpose, whatever your purpose is to you, you know, whatever impacts you and how you could help others. But that's what I believe, and I know, I'm sure Star can relate. I want to get back to Soul Star too. Is it working now for you, your mic?
Yeah, I switched devices, so I think I should be
Okay.
good now.
Yeah, so I wanted to just get back to you, and I also wanted you to thank you for sharing what you shared, because it takes courage to share that, you know. So I just want everyone, if they can, to throw up some hearts for Soul Star in the room. You know, with your sister, I appreciate you sharing, you know, that piece, and just continue to do like what you're doing, you know. And I encourage you to like really start singing too and getting out there for sure. So, but I'm just trying to
I
see here.
do it, but I
Oh,
do it in my comfort. I don't know if can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I said I do it, but I just do it in my comfort zone, like where I know, where I'm familiar with, you know, different places where I'm familiar with, and when I feel comfortable, I'm good. But when I'm, you know, it's something unfamiliar, it's like, I'm shy, I tense up. Um, but yeah, piggybacking off of like kind of what everybody was saying about the rebellion, um, that I guess it's similar, right? Just being in a Nigerian family and you know, everybody's a doctor. You know, you're like, hey, I'm an actress because I did theater in school. Well, I had to figure that part out. I did liberal arts. I was doing all kinds of stuff all over the place. They're like, figure your life out. I'm like, I'm only 17. Chill out. But I figured it out, and I guess theater was it for me at that time. And I still love theater, just don't do it anymore. Maybe one day I will again. But I want to work on the singing now and just kind of being more comfortable with that and getting out more with that. But yeah, definitely being a theater head and being considered the weird one. You know, I was in the Spark program and all that. I don't know if you guys know the Sparks program. That was like where all the weird kids hung out.
It's funny.
Um, but yeah, so that was my
Or
little
maybe,
high school rebellion, and
yeah, maybe start off slow and just like do a pre-recording of your video. Maybe don't press live, but just start like a two
mhm,
minute video on TikTok or somewhere, right? And start getting out there, hearing the feedback, what people think, and then just go for it, you
oh yeah,
know?
sure.
Yeah, exactly. Does
That's
anyone else have?
actually a good
Thank you.
idea. Sorry to cut you off, but Soul Star, I sing too, but I'm goofy, so I can't get past the first verse without laughing. So as a joke, I started sending little clips to one of my girlfriends on Twitch. I am Robin C. She can't stand the Mariah Carey "All I Want for Christmas," so I just sent it to her because she said she didn't like it, and I love that song. So how dare you? But just do that. Send it, get feedback, and I promise you'll get more comfortable. I'm not comfortable to sing on live neither, but you'll get there. You gonna
Yeah,
get
you'll get there for sure.
And I
And
feel like
We're
people
working
love
on the Twitch
seeing,
part.
yeah, like seeing like the mods, right? Because it's like, oh, do we like you see the streamers, you know, when we play every week. So when people see our mods, like on my streams, I tend to show pictures when my mods come into the stream. I show like a picture of them, and people are like, oh, that's what so and so looks like. So I think people will be interested in seeing what you look like, what you sound like. So if you already have, you know, those people that you mod for, see if you can use them to kind of generate a little bit of a starting fan base, people who know you from the chat, right? And so those people you can start inviting, be like, hey, I'm thinking about doing my first stream on this date. Like, I would love if you guys would come through. So just an idea.
Thank
I
And
like
it's
you.
nice to do something different. I mean, we love the DJs, we love DJing, but I love going to other streams where it's not DJ. Like a friend of mine has an art show on Thursdays, so I go in there and it's like my art therapy because I don't feel like I'm very creative. So it's my space to my time to like do something creative, do some drawings. There are some singers as well that I usually tune into. There's a game show host. There's all these different things going on Twitch. So jump in there.
I like that. You have me thinking like a whole Spark thing. I'm like, you could send me a video. I can play the original song and then play you afterwards in the video, on the stream. We can do that too. Just to show, showcase your beautiful voice, because it does need to be shared with the world. And I'm sure your sister would smile down on you to have you share that with everyone else. So.
100%.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
those are all
Jen.
great ideas.
Thank you,
Thanks, you
Portia.
guys. I appreciate it. Stirs had a comment up here. I was just scrolling and he had some great comments here and a question. Stirs, I think we already talked about that question earlier on that you posted. But I know you had some great comments here, but there's so many comments in the chat. I can't find your comment now. That's okay. I'm not posting too many comments, but I do see you guys in the chat. And thank you, Streds, for the community subs. That was 10 minutes ago. Thank you for subbing to my channel. Appreciate you supporting and the love and always supporting my show. Really, truly do appreciate you. Selectress, Mistress Kush, Black Beauty doing a lot of big things too this month. I appreciate you guys and everyone else that's coming through to this conversation too. So we are going to, let's see here. Oh, I heard, let's see here. Okay, you're in there. Seeing if someone else came backstage. Anya, I see you, and a few others that have come in the building. So thanks for coming through, you guys. So the next question I'm going to try to get up here. Let's see here. Wow, I think we had 30 questions and we're at 3 questions.
No, just let the conversation happen. It's fine. Oh, I just want to add it. So Bam Bam said he also.
Oh, yeah, you could add in. Yeah.
Yeah, Bam Bam will also share your videos. He said he doesn't mind sharing your singing videos. So people are willing to share.
Yes.
So out there, we're here to support.
Definitely do that. Yeah. So the next question, you guys, is what does a woman fulfilling her purpose mean to you guys?
I think that goes back to your last statement, though. So that's interesting. So we're moving forward that direction.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'll start.
Okay, sounds good.
I feel like fulfilling her purpose would mean she's happy at the end of the day. She's happy with who she is. She's happy with what she's doing. She's happy with the life that she's created. She's comfortable in her skin. That would be fulfilling for me anyway. As a woman, that would be me fulfilling my purpose. That I'm happy at the end of the day. That I'm happy when I lay my head down on my pillow to go to sleep.
Yeah, I would say somebody living an authentic life to what they want to aspire, what they want to do. The way they live their life is what they want, and nobody will stop them. That's, to me, is what, like, you living your moment and you living what you're supposed to be doing. So,
And also no regrets. I don't want to get to my late 80s and say, oh, I wish I would have done that, or I wish I could have. No, I want to do everything that crosses my mind, as long as it doesn't put me in jail. I don't want to have any regrets moving forward.
Yeah, I agree with all of you. I would also say, like, just living your life how you want to do it. Just not being afraid. When you finally feel fulfilled, you're like Redbone, was that Redbone or Yo Jay? She said, like, you're happy, you're peace, right? Like, you have that peace. You don't have any regrets, and you grow from it too, because you kind of like step outside of yourself and you get to grow into yourself, basically, at the end of the day. So that would be that for me. That would be fulfilling my purpose, to really figure it all out. What do I want? A lot of the times, I think we have to figure that part out. Like, what do we want? What do we really want? Like, we know what we want, but like, we have to sit down and figure it out. Like, literally write out a list. Like, this is what I want. This is who I want to be. And basically, when you put all the pieces together and you're comfortable in it and you're happy with it, you fulfilled your purpose.
Wow, that's really good. Yeah. Anyone else want to jump in?
I'll add on. I agree with all of you about the happiness. I feel like also for me, I do feel like just leaving an imprint on the world, a legacy is important to me. What I mean, like a legacy for like my daughter, I want her to see that her mom didn't just exist. You know, I want her to see that her mom left numerous people out there who loved her, who encouraged her, who she inspired, who did a lot of things. In general, like I don't know, I feel like just a legacy in general, like something that I want to leave behind for my daughter. And it could be financial, it can be spiritual, it can be a lot of different things. So that's something that I do pride myself on. That's my purpose.
All right. Anyone else? Or has everyone spoken? No, I think we're
Well,
missing.
yeah, I want to go back on something that happened, not something that necessarily talked about, but speaking of empowering each other, I feel like it was a very beautiful moment to see everybody kind of encouraging Soulstar to kind of push and do something with that voice, right? Because we're like, we'll be there. Like if I see you on Twitch, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be listening. So I think that was a beautiful moment of everybody trying to kind of give their advice on what things or strategies and things for Soulstar to do. So I'm glad you even mentioned about the singing, because I feel like it makes it exciting for us to see what's to come for you.
Yeah, awesome. And Bam Bam also said, salute to you, Bam Bam, earlier on. He said, just send me those singing videos and I'll give honest feedback. I get sent records all the time for feedback. So that's awesome. You never know who's in the chat that's going to be able to be helpful and help with that as well, right? I'm going to try to find some singing streams for you as well and send some of the singers that I follow on Twitch that inspire me. And if you ever need any help, I'm sure, they'll be able to help you and how they got started as well. But no, everyone's nervous, right? Like, is there, like, can you guys all say, you were probably nervous when you first started streaming, or were you completely confident? Like you got in the bag, everything's good. What do you guys, how was your, what's your thoughts on that? Were you nervous or were you kind of like, oh no, I'm good? Like,
Jen, you go
I'm
first.
still nervous.
Yeah, I see it every time JD starts a stream. She's like, "Okay, guys," like.
Oh yeah.
But I
I'm
love
still
it. Like
nervous.
as soon as she gets into that group, her stink face comes on. Like, not in a mean face, but that's part of her energy, her vibe, and then she's just totally with it. But like I wanted to kind of go back to what Portia said earlier about how we're all encouraging Soulstar to do something. Yo, JD was one of those people where we were like, she sent a mix out to everyone, and everybody's like, what's happening? Why are you not streaming? Like, and I'm like, you need to play. Why were you hiding? What's happening? And everyone's has been encouraging her since to keep going. And it's been amazing to see her journey and where she is now and where she's going to go. So I'm just like, I'm all for it. I'm rooting for you.
I'm going to take this moment. I'm going to take this moment to thank you, Jen, for pushing me, for even pushing me to be on this panel, because I don't talk.
Oh, really?
So no, I don't. I'm very
never
quiet
known
when I'm
that.
streaming.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I just kind of vibe out to the music, and I even took off my channel point to sing happy birthday because people were abusing it. And but thank you, Jen, for pushing me. Like I need that push, and I really, really appreciate it. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, I send voice notes to everyone. It's like, well, I think this is a great opportunity for you to join on and say blah blah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, we're all nervous about things. I'm sure Jen's heard of all of it. And don't worry, we abuse her with her channel points too.
No, it's not we. It's you. Okay, let's Mistress Kush. It's
because I know and she's like, I'm tired, Honey Flow. And I'm like, redeem.
And she's like, do a body roll. No, do it this. But I'm like, you know what? Let me increase the channel point value. I did. She's like, I still have points. I'm like, oh my God, no.
Oh, that was hilarious. Yeah, it's true. Well, I'm glad you guys are here. It's good to get outside of your comfort zone. I'm definitely outside of my comfort zone because I do one-on-one interviews. I don't normally do a panel, so this is really outside my comfort zone as well. So it's good to do that. That's how you learn and you're stretched and it grows you, right? We got yeah, Selectress Kush here is laughing. We got It's Flame the DJ came in. He says you can sing for me still on my birthday.
Oh,
That's what he's saying to you.
yeah, another. If y'all never heard Yo JD sing, I didn't even know she could sing. I actually just popped in her stream one day, and I was just like, "What's happening? Is she singing Happy Birthday?" And then Queen was laughing, and there she's still in the chat, and so it was self to sage, and I'm like, "Wait, she could sing and DJ, and she's holding back on us? Like, well, what's happening? Like, why are you not sharing with the people?" Like,
DJ Sophia Sage just said her voice is amazing.
it is.
Hey Jay Buns, I see you. Yeah, I wish I had that voice because I love when I hear female DJs when they're just mixing music, but then they also get on the mic like a Diva 929 and start singing or Chanel B. Like, I think that's pretty dope, you know? So you guys should use that to your advantage. I would definitely do that.
I can't sing.
Yeah, I can't. That's why I lip sync. I can't sing.
Alright,
Um,
but yeah.
all right. Yeah, exactly.
And I didn't actually answer the question, but about my
Mhm.
first stream, yes, I was nervous. Had no idea what I was doing. Setting up OBS was a mess. I'm sure a lot of you can agree to that. Like, I like it was like, what are these? And I'm a designer, so I'm like, okay, it has layers. Okay, I can move this around. But like, no, like it was a mess. Getting the network situation correct. Even to this day, we always have to keep troubleshooting as streamers, right? Like, and even now we're on here on StreamYards, and Soulstar had to switch devices. This is just like this whole world that we're in now. We have to keep learning and troubleshooting and doing things. So like, I think they're always going to have that moment where we're
Yeah.
nervous. But I would say when I first started joining raids, I think that's what really made me nervous. like like I don't know how you felt about that. Like,
I
and
still get nervous when I do raids because for me it's like it's new people coming to my channel. Like on Wednesdays, my regular days, I'm definitely more comfortable. I still get a little bit of nerves, but not as much because I usually don't even know what I'm gonna play. Like I don't know what songs I'm gonna play. It's just I pick something and I'll go with it. But if I'm getting a raid and I know there's new people who are gonna be in the channel, there's that added pressure, which is good because you need to kind of be in control and this is your time to showcase what you can do kind of thing. So I still get nervous, and I think it's a good thing. I think it's always a good thing to have a little bit of nerves, to not feel too confident, to not feel like, oh yeah, I got this, because we all make mistakes, but also just to be humble.
mhm.
Yeah, so true. Eat that humble pie, especially in this industry, for sure. It's true. Have you guys ever had a time where you were like crazy nervous on Twitch though? Like I remember there's a streamer that rated me and I hyperventilated. And I'm pretty nerdy that like and I met him later and he's like, "Honey Flo, you need to address the chat room right away." I literally pretended I did not see him because I saw him come in, and actually that day was a day where I said, "I'm just gonna quit Twitch, like, I'm done," and I was really discouraged. So he didn't realize that I was so choked up that I was almost like, I was just choked up, and right when I said, "I'm gonna quit," whoosh, like 200 people came in my room, and I was so choked up by that, I didn't even know what to do. Like, I was like, "Oh, shoot. Like, what do I" you know what I mean? Like, I started hyperventilating, so I couldn't even get on the mic to speak and I just pretended I didn't see him. It was disastrous. So, have you guys ever had any weird experiences or nerdy experiences like myself?
I don't know if anyone wants to add in. Like, I know Yo JD. I know you had moments because I messaged you and be like, "Are you okay?" So like, "Are you fine?" For me, I think when I first started streaming, you remember the raids that DJ Ash G used to do?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, and I think it was like, wasn't it 3 different streamers rating us at one time? I was so nervous. Like I was on the phone with Mistress Kush. I'm like, I don't know about this. Like how? She's like, what are you nervous about? You don't make any sense right now. I'm just like, this is like, it's like what? I don't know what's going on here. Like I had one of those moments. I honestly didn't want to press start. If it wasn't for her on the phone, I probably would have been like, oh, my network is down right now or something. I don't really know what's happening. I can't stream today. And you're the last one to rate. I'm like, it'll be okay. They could just end it here. that was what was going to happen at that moment. I was nervous. She said, "Here, I'm being extra." Like it's not being extra. My nerves was getting the best of me. See, Honeyflow says she did ignore the chat.
No, I know. Now I'm posting the chat a little bit here while you're talking. Um,
No, I'm
I don't
talking
want
about
to.
during your moment when you said you were nervous. You ignored the chat.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I know because I'm posting the chat right now, the comments. Yeah, I was I was so nervous. I was literally like hyperventilating. I couldn't catch my breath. And because it was an emotional day for me too, where I wanted to quit. So as DJ Soph the Sage says, yeah, that was a huge sign. I think it was a sign to me. And I've always had a few moments like that where anytime you just want to give up or quit on something, then something remarkable happens that reminds you to keep going. Have you guys had any moments kind of like that where you're just like, oh, I don't know if I want to continue in anything? Not, maybe it may not be streaming, but have you had a moment and then something came through?
I
Oh, go
feel
ahead,
like for
Portia.
me, it's not necessarily that I wanted to like quit like DJing, but it's more like when you're having technical issues and it's just so frustrating and like OBS is tripping and just like I've done that where I'm like, I'm not gonna try again because you'll try to restart the stream, you'll reset everything, you'll turn off the computer, and things are crashing and just like it ruins your mood, right? So I feel like one of the biggest thing for me that I've learned is try again, try again, try again. And I usually have so much fun. And I'm like, I'm glad I didn't stop because I was so frustrated. I was so in that moment. It's like, those things are going to happen. Also, just to be able to accept that some things are not in your control. Sometimes Twitch has issues, sometimes OBS has issues, and you just got to figure those things out. So I think kind of like being in a better headspace for yourself, where I feel like, in a sense, I kind of go into my streams going, if it crashes, I'm just gonna restart it, like because I can't do anything else about it. So I think that's been a big growing point for me, where I used to be so frustrated, I just wanted to stop. Like I was just like, I'm done. But now it's like, okay, let's try it again. Let's try this. Let's try that. So
Exactly. Okay, awesome. Before I get to the next person, I'm going to bring in another queen. I see backstage that just popped up here. We call her Jilly from Philly because she's smooth like that. And she talks like this. Actually, she talks better than this. Let's bring her in. DJ Mai Tai in the
Hey
building.
girls.
One of the
Hiya.
smoothest. Thanks for coming back on again this year. I appreciate you. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. I was lurking until I could pop
Oh,
on, work
okay.
and stuff. So, hiya. So good to see
Awesome. Great to
you.
see you. So, I mean, I did say Julie from Philly because she's smooth. Like, she doesn't nerd out like DJ Honeyflow. She just like gets on the mic and she's like, "Hey guys, how you doing? I'm from Philly. I'm so smooth." So, why don't you tell why well, I'm sure people know what you do, but why don't you give an intro of your background, what you do on Twitch, and well, people know you're from Philly now, so you could let them know.
Well, I also am nervous before I start my streams too. So, you are not alone there. Definitely my first one. I almost lost it. I've been through all of those crazy, crazy Twitch moments where the blue man pops up and pretty much owns my stream. So I am there with you guys. Um, but I DJ on Twitch. I have my stream. Ever so often I'm on, and most times you'll find me on a raid, mostly with Jen Jen or Cushy and Black Beauty. But I've been on several raids since I started probably 2 years or so ago on Twitch. So yeah, I've seen a lot of you ladies in here on the panel. But it's been an experience. It's definitely been an experience that I never in a million years could ever have conceived ever. So it's been really great.
And you started with D Nice as well, I heard from this girl Xtina. Like you guys were all in the like the D Nice thing, right?
In Club Quarantine.
Club Quarantine, that's it.
Yeah, that was an experience. It is such a beautiful, beautiful experience. D started DJing live during the pandemic. And fortunately for us, I always say we were the lucky ones to find our way into Club Quarantine and we would hang out every night Whenever D Nice went live, we were always in there chatting and making jokes and having a good time, meeting each other. It led to folks meeting each other outside of the outside of D Nice's sets on Zooms, and that's how a lot of us got to know each other. That's how Christina and I got to know each other. Jen B, a lot of folks. Soul Star, CQ fam. So, a lot of us got to know each other through Club Quarantine, and it's just been an amazing experience over the last almost 3 years now. Can you believe
Wow.
that?
And
It's
probably when you
crazy.
jump back into D Nice's Instagram, you probably notice so many more Twitchers, like more familiar with people, I'm sure.
I can't say that.
Hmm.
The algorithm. So, you see your people, you might see some new folks, but for the most part, I see the folks I know if I pop in.
Yeah. One thing I was going to ask you too, I'm going to go back to the last question that I asked some of the other girls because I'm so curious your thoughts. What women inspired you either growing up or it could be a few women in your mind, and what characteristics of those women inspired you that you actually liked, like those characteristics?
Wow, gosh, I'll, I'll say a couple. For one, first of all, I'm fighting a dog, trying to keep her from jumping into my lap and into the stream. So there's a lot happening right here. Um, you guys know if you've
Can
ever
we
been in
see
my
the dog?
streams,
Can we see the
there's
dog?
always a dog barking, making themselves known. Oh, she's coming, making themselves known that they are here. Come here, Sheba. It's my
Aw.
daughter's
Okay, I'm
dog who
gonna
wants
put it
to
up here.
say hi.
Aw, so cute. Oh my
Oh,
goodness. Oh
yeah,
yeah,
and she
she doesn't
starts
like
growling.
that.
Yeah.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh wow. Uh-oh. What did Honey Flo just do?
Yeah, you started that.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
So sometimes the dogs fight and then they get over it. So,
Oh wow.
you know,
Okay.
that's what happens. I have 3 dogs here, so it gets a little
I thought that
messy.
was Jen Growling in the background. Oh, okay.
No, it gets a little messy
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
But there are a few characteristics that many women in my life have really shown to be an example for me. And one just off the top of my head is my grandmother. Um, she was everybody's grandmother. It was the house where everybody went. Whenever anybody needed anything, they knew they could go and see Helen, Miss Helen, or Mrs. Jackson. You could go to her house for a meal. You could go to her house for a prayer. You could go to her house just to sit and chat. There was always so many people coming to my grandparents' house just to see my grandmother. And she just had this heart that was so open, so loving, and so receiving. And I remember at her funeral, one of the things I said, because this was so true, was that no matter who you are, as one of her grandchildren, you felt like the relationship that you had with her was just your own special relationship. My grandmother had a lot of grandkids. So to feel like you had your own personal special relationship with her that nobody else, none of your cousins or anybody could ever experience, that it was just yours, was something so special to me that I always remember her. And so she is somebody who really just taught me love, taught me how to just be open and receive people, and to give, you know. So she is definitely somebody who has inspired me.
Oh man,
Celebrity
I love
wise,
that.
yeah. Celebrity wise, some just growing up as a kid in the 80s, growing up as a
Jen,
kid in the
be
80s.
quiet, Jen. Sorry, in case you guys are wondering, in the chat room, all the barking and growling, that's
It's
just DJ
it's yeah.
Jen over here.
I wouldn't know.
If you're hearing background noises, it's just coming from her, you know, or maybe Disco Darren in the chat. Anyways, go ahead.
um,
You
but
said
like
celebrity
so
one.
so like so many young black women growing up in the 80s, um, I hate, well, I'll say the character. And the character, Claire Huxtable, was, she was an example. You know, she was intelligent, she was classy, she was feminine, but empowering, an empowered feminine.
They muted you.
Oh, who muted? No, I think she muted herself because of her dogs. Let's see. I think she
Sorry, guys.
that's okay. She might need a minute. She might need a minute. Oh, okay. You know what?
So that's it. Claire
Okay.
Huxtable.
Claire Huxtable. Okay, awesome. Let's see. Disco Darren. I'm just joking. We love you,
I'm
Disco
like
Darren.
yelling for my
Totally
daughter to
joking.
come get her dog.
Aw, wow. Yeah, it sounds like a handful there. All right. So we're gonna, definitely that's interesting to hear all of your thoughts on everything, how you guys view things. The next question is what are the benefits of having uh, women empowerment raids? And if anyone wants to jump in with this one, they can. That's fine. So Jen, yeah, go ahead.
For me, what I like about them is kind of getting access and exposure to other female streamers, because there are so few of us. So it's also nice to see that there are quite a lot of us. Like the numbers are definitely growing, and so that's exciting and that's empowering because I feel like we're being included in spaces. And whenever I'm in a raid, and especially if it's put on by somebody that I do know through Twitch for a while, I'd be like, you don't have enough females on this on this lineup. Like, we need to get some more females. Can I add some people? So it's always nice to kind of tap in and ask some of those females. Be like, hey, do you want to be part of this raid, or can you be part of this raid? Because it just kind of makes, I don't know, it just makes for a better flow because there's a lot of raids out there, and a lot of them are just all males, and that just grinds my gears. So I always want more females to be included. So I think
For
that's
sure.
that's great for us to see each other, to see more of us in the streams.
And I don't know if you guys know this, but only 2% of the top earners on Twitch are women. So I don't know if you guys read that article, but it hit the headlines. It hit Twitter last year. Like, it was big news, and people were shocked. They're like, wow, only 2% of the top earners on Twitch when there's like millions. I believe there's 10 million streamers and 140 million users on Twitch. So there's a lot of women, guys. There's a lot of women on Twitch, and it should get recognized that do all kinds of different shows. So I'll ask Jen this question too, since she puts on, a lot of empowerment raids. Like, what does that mean to you as well, doing that?
For me personally, it goes back to what Portia said, like just showcasing more women. We're underrepresented on the platform, or just every walks of life, right? In certain areas, in certain fields and careers. I feel like it was important to me to do so. And I'll say for me, it was a awakening coming to Twitch and seeing so many women who actually DJ. I was like, that's not something I see in New York too often. I only started hearing about a lot more DJs playing on set and like at fetes and other parties here in New York recently. But like growing up, I would say it was non-existent. So when I came on the platform and seeing so many women who actually play, it was different for me. Like I had no idea. I had no idea at all. But yeah, just putting us out there. I saw Mai Tai's face. She wanted to say something.
Go ahead, Mai Tai. Yeah.
You know, I got to be quick.
Yeah.
Well, it's quiet. No, I agree 100%. Shout out to Jen Jen. I always shout her out every time there's a StreamYard moment conversation. I always shout her out because I think it's important that um, that she knows I appreciate her, but also that I really admire that, she really just went full speed ahead and was like, I'm doing this and that's it and take it. Um, and so in that space, it's so awesome that new DJs to the platform, new women DJs to the platform have an opportunity to be showcased, to be, to get the experience of streaming and what it's like. It's not your normal everyday thing to hop onto the internet. and press play or start streaming, and then here you are broadcasting on your very own channel, right? It's your own, like you literally can do whatever you want on this channel. But it's so awesome that the female empowerment raids really give newer DJs an opportunity. You guys give newer DJs an opportunity to be present, to be seen, and that is exactly what Rising Queens did for me. I had been in chats and things like that, been in a lot of different streams. Shout out to DJ, I know DJ LV. He shared his platform with me, and shortly after that, and not that that was the catalyst, but that was one of the first times I had been in front of folks. And then shortly after that, met Jen Jen virtually through Honey Flow's interview with her, and Jen Jen invited me to Rising Queens, and from there, that a lot of other people saw me there, and I was invited to participate in multiple other raids. And what's awesome as a newer DJ, is that it gives you an opportunity to not only get on and get comfortable with streaming, but it's an opportunity for practicing the craft, tightening your skill and getting a feel for what music you feel most comfortable spinning, what music you feel you spin best, where you feel most connected to. So, for me, the female empowerment race, namely Rising Queens, was really a big catalyst for me to just really get thrust into the Twitch world, because I was timid and I was like, oh, I don't know. I found every reason not to, and it was like, nope, this is it. Go. So yeah, they're super important. Never stop doing them, because there's somebody else waiting for an opportunity, and you guys are providing that.
So true. Thanks for all the feedback there. Oh my goodness, another dog. So cute. I was trying not to bust out laughing, but Father Damien said, "Yeah, and there's only two priests on Twitch." When we were talking about the ladies, like I thought that was hilarious. And then Disco Darren says, "Yeah, Father Damien, that's enough." I don't know. Anyways, I thought those were funny comments. Good to see you. We got DJ Freak Faya in the building, Anya, DJ Jonah, Father Damien, thanks for coming through. C Love, and everyone else that's joining this chat. Try not to post too many comments because it's making Jen dizzy. Does anyone want to add anything to that as
I just
well?
wanted to say thank you to Mai Tai for all the beautiful comments about Rising Queens. That was solely what the purpose was, to showcase new streamers and new women on the platform that basically could spin. And that was why it was created, because as a new streamer myself, I felt like there wasn't much opportunity. As Portia noted, that she's seen raids that didn't have enough women on it. So that was the whole point of Rising Queens, and why it's called Rising Queens too.
And we salute you too, because you do put so much hard work into everything you do, Jen, for sure. Especially with all like the female empowerment raids and just everything, like week to week or month to month. It takes a lot. I don't know if people know, but she's also doing graphics. Like she's doing a lot, advertising, doing her own show, trying to join women together as well. That's not easy to do. So yeah, definitely salute to you. And she's the only one consistently that's done it, reaching out to various and different women too, right? So yeah, she definitely deserves her flowers. So make sure you
Can I
guys
just piggyback?
throw some flowers up in the chat for her too.
I just want to piggyback on that, on what DJ Mai Tai said. Jen, when you first invited me to Rising Queens, I don't even know how long I was streaming. I don't even think it had been like 2 months yet. And I was just like, oh my God, like full panic. And I'm just like, okay, well, what do I play? You're like, you play whatever you want. And I was just like, it just explained to a whole different audience, and also made me realize how much I like playing house, because I'm pretty sure I played house the first time I was on Rising Queens. And thank you for that, because I was just, man, I was nervous, really, really nervous. And you just gave me the freedom to just be me, and I appreciate that. So thank you.
You're welcome. And it was a dope set because I was in my house all over the place. I remember that day. I do remember that day. I actually went to get the input of Honey Flow from like some of the mods and also other types of streamers like Redbone Queen. Like, how do you feel about the female empowerment raids? And I'm not the only one. Mistress Kush and Black Beauty has been also taking on that role too of creating a lot more raids to include women, and a lot of their other raids also make sure that there's a perfect balance between women and men on their raids. So that's also a beautiful thing that they also have been doing too.
Yeah, they work very hard. So big shout out to Selectress, Mistress Kush, and Black Beauty 70. They've been working. They're streaming like every day this month as well for International Women's Month. Bam Bam says we need Saturday's morning house back again.
Oh,
Jen.
No, we do have Saturday Morning House back. What he's asking for is he wants Yo JD back on there.
Oh, okay. Oh, I gotta read. I need my glasses. Okay. Hey, Party Rocka, how you doing? How's it going? Great to see you, Party Rocka. Thanks for coming through, joining this conversation. DJ Jay Jonas says there are some amazing women DJs on Twitch. DJ Soph the Sage says, I agree. So again, thanks for coming through, you guys. Does anyone else have anything to add to that?
I just want to say that I love all of the women empowerment raids. I wake up ready to work out with you ladies. Honestly, Saturday morning is the day to be partying with you guys. Any other day, if you're not on, I got to do it myself. But I just love the energy that you guys bring, the authenticity you bring, the different music that I've never heard. Like my Shazam is always at work with y'all. I got to have 2 different devices to keep up with it. So please keep doing it. You inspire me. You get me going. I know I work out hard already, but with Jen, I'm going until her set's done, and then the next and the next, and then I'm like, all right, it's 12 o'clock. I think I should stop. So please keep doing what you guys are doing. It's very much appreciated.
I can't wait to work out. I want to check out your workout stream. I can't wait to see that as well. It's going to be super dope, like checking you out. You'll get us all ready for summer, so I'll definitely have to check that.
It'll definitely be early in the morning. It'll be 5:30 because I meditate with DJ classes. Hold on, Jen, hold on. But if it goes well, then I wouldn't mind doing an evening ratchet set because I like to work,
Okay, awesome. I just want to acknowledge we got a legend in the building, guys. OMG, DJ Reminisce. Just want to say he was the first DJ I've watched on Twitch from New Zealand, and he's incredible. He's doing big things on Twitch. So thanks for coming through, DJ Reminisce. I appreciate you and always really like your streams. I mean, everyone's a legend in my chat room, but yeah, definitely DJ Reminisce is someone I looked up to watching. I think he's opened up for Tony Braxton and a lot of other performers, but he introduced me to New Zealand music and a lot of Lovers Rock. I didn't know there were so many Lovers Rock artists out there in New Zealand. Let's see. And I know we have a lot of people in the chat room. So I was going to say to support one another, because that's what we're really here for too. The female empowerment, month, but also if you're a streamer, just throw a 1 in my chat. If you're a mod, put a 2 and make sure you guys support each other, because I'm not going to be able to shout out every single person in the chat tonight as we get through some of this conversation and these questions, but definitely throw a 1 if you're a streamer, put a 2 if you're a mod, and just add. You guys could see what's going on in the chat. You guys could add each other. Okay, does anyone have any other last minute comments before we move on? Okay. I think we're good. All right, so let's see here. We answered that question. Okay, so this one, this next question is, what is the change that is wanted? What would success look like for you on this Twitch platform? That's a great question. So if anyone wants to just jump in, I know Mai Tai has to leave, I think a bit earlier, Mai Tai, so you can, did you have to leave a bit earlier or no? You good? Oh, okay, so if she's good, because I was going to start with you if you had to leave earlier. So if anyone wants to jump in with that question, feel free to.
I actually have to go at 9, so I guess I'll start. So what is the change? That was the question, right?
Yeah, so the question here is, I'm just trying to pull it up here. Oh, I got to get it here. Sorry, guys. Okay, so what is the change that is wanted, and what would success look like to you on this platform?
I guess it would be, like someone pointed out, more visibility for communities across the board, and just highlighting that because they're focused.
Your mic is sounding a bit low. I don't know. Can you?
I know my phone. You guys are low too.
Hmm.
Having the low. Better? Do I have to
Can
yell?
you guys hear?
Do I have to yell?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Do it. Keep it like that,
You have to sing it.
or maybe go right. I don't know if you're talking in a phone or camera, but go
Ooh, can
closer
we
to
get her to
it.
sing something before she goes?
Yeah, we should do that.
We're not doing that. More visibility for female DJs, more of that. And then the second part of the question was, what would success look like? Getting me to sing on Twitch. For me. That would be success on the platform. For me.
Okay. Does anyone and who else wants to jump in with that question?
I would like to see some more female DJ partners.
Mm.
That's success for me.
100%. All right. Anyone else?
Redbone, do you mean like more? Can you go on? Can you like elaborate more on what you just said? Like more partnerships between more like streamers?
Oh no, partners on Twitch.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, the check. You want the
Yeah,
check.
that purple check.
I feel like getting that partner, like the times where I thought about doing it, but I've also felt, I remember watching this young DJ, I don't know if you guys have seen Just the DJ, and he was going for partner, and I feel like this kid was just hustling. It was like look grueling. I was like, he's 16 or 17. I don't think 17. I think it was 15 at the time. And he was going for a partner. He definitely had like the numbers in his stream, but I remember him streaming every day for like a week or so right before he got partner, and he looked exhausted. And I was like, I don't want to play and feel like the way he looks. Like I want to play for my 2 hours, have fun, enjoy the chat, enjoy the people, and be done. Like as because I just feel like not that this like the pressure obviously is hard, but it just didn't look like fun. But maybe after you do that grueling work, then it's fun. I don't know. It just didn't look fun, and I was like, I don't know if partner is worth it in the long run. But for some people, I think it is because you definitely have potential of making more money. But then you also go, am I doing it for the money, or am I doing it because I love it, because I want to reach more people, because I love the community? I think it depends on what each person's, I guess, version of success is. For me, I think success is kind of ongoing. It's never like, oh, I want to reach this many viewers, like I want to have this many followers. I feel like it's always increasing the numbers of people who come back to your stream or having those repeat experiences with people. I think for me, that success is finding more community.
I'm going to piggyback on that by saying finding my authentic audience, finding your following, finding the people that will be in your community that are going to ride with you every time you're on stream. That for me would be considered success.
Totally agree. What about DJ Mai Tai? You have thoughts on that?
Yeah, JD said it best. I concur. 100%. Yeah.
DJ Jen Jen?
I totally agree with them. I mean, partnership was never really a goal for me overall. If it organically happens, that would be great. But it's not. I can't do what Portia just said the other DJ did. Like that's not. I don't have the energy to do that. I have way too. I wear way too many hats, and I love hats. So, but I don't have the energy to actually do that. But I guess overall change for me, which is happening at this moment. I feel like, and actually I had a conversation. I'm gonna say Mysterious the DJ and I had a conversation the other day about ever since Rising Queens, there has been a trend of more um, like raids that were all women, right? And I feel like there also has been more women included on raids. Like Mai Tai had a lot more opportunities, and and in creating that space that I did back then and continue to do so now, I feel like that's the success that I was looking for. I was looking for a way to make change, not only for myself, but for other women on the platform. And of course, my daughter, up and coming, who I'm trying to get back on her DJ set, but she's not doing it lately. But, but just for her, like to also have a place and knowing. And I think another big thing, like for us, is also to build a network and family and community, which is what everyone is in agreement that so far from what I heard. So.
Exactly. I just want to go to some of these comments here because I think they're really important too. Joe had a great comment. Thanks for coming through, Joe. And I was going to say, I know, okay, yes. So for Joe, I'm just going to read his comment. The marathon partner sets are mind blowing. I couldn't do more than a 5-hour stream. And Disco Darren also said, yes, partner pushing is exhausting. I'm going to let it come naturally. DJ Freak Faya says, I think the criteria for partner is a bit much, but I would love more representation of women as partners. I feel if you have the numbers, they shouldn't have people continuously trying to get it. I agree 100% on that one too. I do feel that I'm just going to say this quickly with Twitch. One thing I noticed last year on the featured pages, I tried really hard getting that on for the human trafficking raid and explaining we had 100 women. And I was a bit disappointed to see on the featured page that it was like pretty much all men for International Women's Day and month that were gamers. And maybe they had like maybe one token woman on there being featured. And it's just like, it kind of surprised me because it took me so much effort to try to, and it wasn't even for myself to get on the first page. I just wanted the cause to be on the first page at Twitch. So to just have random guys talking from their bedroom or sleeping streams or gamers on that were all men when it's like that day or the month wasn't even recognized too much. I don't know. That kind of bothered me a little, So I think they could do better at maybe acknowledging that too when women try hard to connect and try to get featured for a good cause, right? Does anyone have anything to add to that too?
I think Twitch does what's best for Twitch. I don't think Twitch necessarily does what's best for community, what's best for women or empowering people. I think a lot of their initiatives and a lot of the changes that have made is so that they can make more money. Because the honest thing is, as a streamer, whether you're a partner or whether you're affiliates, they make money off of you. So if you are streaming more, let's say, I'm pushing for partner and I'm streaming every day for 5 hours and I have 75 plus viewers, that is essentially them pushing you for you to play longer to get hype trains because they get a percentage of your hype train. So it's not necessarily to benefit music. And then Twitch wasn't really built for us to be playing music. I mean, it was a big place for gamers. And so I feel like it's been nice that I feel like with the pandemic, DJs and other streamers have kind of taken that platform and used it for other purposes. But at the end of the day, Twitch has to make money for Twitch. It's not really about us. So it's up to us to build these communities, right? And find more women who are streaming and find other women to support in these streams. Because if you look at your followers page, it's predominantly male. But that's also reflective of what the reality is. If you're going to go to a gig, it's going to be most likely men, right? It's not going to be a female lineup. It's going to be rare to find that. So we have to do what we have to do for us and to empower each other. Because Twitch is not going to do that for us.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I'm going to ask you guys, I won't say the streamer, but I did have a female streamer last year come to me and say that many men and many people came to her and said that if she's on an all-female lineup, that's actually going to be detrimental to her growth on Twitch. So don't get on that female lineup with all females, but just actually get on the lineup with men. But then I told this person that yes, you can do that, but you're still going to be that one token female on the flyer. You can't hide being whether whoever you identify yourself with, you can't hide you being female on that flyer. You're still going to stand out regardless. So I just that was a bit surprising to me that they would kind of deter her from not doing female raids because they think it's just going to be low numbers. And it's what are your thoughts and opinions on that if anyone wants to jump in with that?
I just have a question. Did she take their advice?
Uh yes, but for a while I think, and then I saw her jumping on, different female raids, which was great, but
Because I feel like that
definitely.
essentially kind of perpetuates the stereotype that females are not good DJs or that females can't play as well as males, right? It's the same thing that you see outside when you play in real live events where, as a female, I'm sure you ladies probably feel the same way. You feel like you have to prove yourself. And you can't just go and play, enjoy the music. It's like anywhere. I mean, whether you're working as a DJ or working on a field that's male dominated, you have to work just that extra hard to make sure your mixes are effortless. Whereas the guys don't care if they train right. It's like, oh, okay, like it's so and so, right? But I feel like there's such an expectation, and people are more critical of us, and so that kind of feels the same way. Like, oh, if you play with only female lineup, nobody's gonna watch. That's not true, because we've seen it time and time again that people show up. The people show up for us because they love the product we're producing, they love the music we're playing, they love our energy. So, I feel like when I see female streamers, they tend to have the vibes are just different. We move different, we vibe different. We don't have to be wearing anything sexy. We could just be wearing a t-shirt, but it's different when you see a male DJ who thinks, oh yeah, I'm the best thing, since sliced bread. I don't have to do anything. I just have to play here and have no personality. Like I don't feel like I necessarily have to feel like I have to put my personality. It's natural. And I feel like also maybe that's an advantage for us because we are allowed to be more expressive. We are allowed to be more expected to dance or move where else guys don't really typically dance on the streams. So we should use that to our advantage.
Yeah, great comments. Anyone else want to jump in? I know Jen's ready. Oh, you're on mute, Jen.
I do realize I was just processing all that Portia said, so I wasn't really like ready to speak as of yet
Okay.
because
Yeah.
I thought that was amazing. But as far as like, I mean, I'm like, yeah, I'm still. Give me a minute. I'll let someone else kind of.
No worries, no worries. Anyone else want to jump in with that situation or how you feel about that, hearing that?
My I can speak just from my experience. Again, I started DJing on IG, so um, I wasn't out, in the mix. It was during the pandemic, so I wasn't out in the mix in the clubs trying to get on or anything like that. I started DJing on the internet, on IG Live, and then came over to Twitch. And my experience, and I shouted him out earlier, but I know DJ LV. I mean, he was welcoming and supportive, and happy to have folks, share with folks, hey, follow DJ Mai Tai, pop in my stream and that kind of thing, and shared his experience being in my stream, and so in that respect, you know it was one of those things where maybe it just happens that he was male, um, but it was kind of that thing of that referral, so to speak, right? Um, if they're like when there are raids going on, it's like, hey, we have an opening. Do you guys know anybody? Right? So hey, I know this person. This person's good. And the person will take your word for it. And so that person for me early on in Twitch was LV. And then moving on, again, with Rising Queens. Um, but I listened to the Road podcast, and it's a DJ podcast. You know, they're all male, um, and just listening to the guests that they have on, the majority are men. They've had a handful of women on their podcast, but just listening to it, it really does feel like a lot of the women who have been on their podcast really express a lot of what we're sharing here. That they really do have to fight their way in, um, and they have to be 2 times as good as the men, but we also have the challenges of those around us thinking that we are, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, that they can just come at us any old kind of way. Um, advances, sexual advances, and really just needing to be safe and protected when you're out doing gigs late at night and things like that. So to hear that, it's disappointing, but I acknowledge that it probably is true in most cases. Sorry.
That's
It's okay.
okay. Does anyone
Um,
else want to jump in too?
yeah, I kind of
Or
wanted to jump in because I wanted to add on to what everyone else said just really quickly, and then I guess like from the experience, like I mean, it's sad that that one DJ had that experience and she actually went along with it. For me, it did the opposite. Like, but I would when I first joined Twitch, I asked to about raids or being part of them to certain DJs. And yeah, I'm not gonna say anyone's names or anything like that. But when I was asked, when I asked them about it, they said to me, "Hey, you have to watch the raids and see what they're playing and see what they that's what type of music they play on the raid, and what's acceptable in order to join it. Like I have to sit down and do homework basically in order to be part of the raid." So in my head, I'm like, why am I even bothering asking you guys to do anything? I don't need them to make a flyer and put my name on it. I can do that in my sleep. I've been doing it since I was 14 years old. So like, I was like, okay, let me reach out to my mods at the time and ask them questions about like what other women. That's why Rising Queens was created because that was the response I got. Along with wanting to showcase new DJs like myself, I wanted to showcase other women who were new DJs or other women who were out there already, but wasn't really being featured on those raids. I was like, I don't need to ask anyone permission to be put on a flyer when I can do it in my sleep. Um, and that's exactly what I did. And it's unfortunate that some people don't interpret that as a way to motivate yourself or inspire you to try to do more, which is why, again, being that one person and being representing a larger group in that moment that's what could have driven that person to do something different. So that's just what I wanted to say.
I think it goes back to your last question to Honey Flo, in terms of what do you want to see or how do you define success? And just in that specific example, whatever that person's Twitch goal was, maybe it felt like that was the right thing to do or to get to that goal at the time. But you know, I I think too, um, probably being new to the platform and just trying to understand it, taking the advice of someone that you may trust, sometimes um, sometimes sets you um, will sometimes put you in a space to reflect on the decision that you made and saying, was this the right decision? Did I really achieve the goal that I was trying to achieve in this space based on that advice? And it really is connected to your own personal experience. I heard you guys talking about being rebellious earlier. And that is a situation where, a person's um, that goes back to how that person really feels about a moment like that. Me personally, it would have been much like Jen, really rebellious. Like, how dare you tell me I need I need to have a room full of men validate me to ensure that I'm successful in this space. But it really depends on how that person, what that person sees as their path to whatever goal it is that they're trying to achieve in a particular space, and namely this platform. So it's pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
that's really good. I'm glad you said that because that gives us definitely a different perspective, right? And no judgment. You're right. We all make choices and decisions, and sometimes you realize they're good. Sometimes you realize that they're bad later. Sometimes you get along with people on raids. Sometimes you don't. Like it just, you start learning a lot more, right, on this platform because you're meeting hundreds of people. We're not just meeting a few people at a time, right? So yeah, that's interesting. Does anyone have anything else to add to that too?
Uh, no, I'm okay. So I didn't realize I was still
Oh,
unmuted. I was just thinking.
oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's a lot. And I've also been on talk shows where I've literally been on the talk show. Well, I haven't been on the talk show. I was in the chat room and another guy said to big streamer, "Oh, wow, you're such a beautiful woman. You're so pretty." And I'm just really shocked that you don't have pre-mixes. And then she's like, "Well, what do you mean pre-mixes?" And he's like, "Oh, well, all the females like usually have like a lot of women usually just have pre-mixes. I've seen it on Twitch." And I'm just like, wow. And or you'll hear some guys say, "Hey, the reason why this person has a following of 20,000 is because they're beautiful." And that's the only reason, kind of compared to a hot tub girl. And I'm bringing these issues up, not saying because like there's been so many great men that have supported us, but I really do believe that we got to be honest and then also dealing with sexual harassment. Like, I'll get some DMs. I just got one the other day. I won't call him out, but like sometimes you'll get some like sexualized stuff and you're just like, "Hey, I'm not like I'm working. Like doing a show is actually working too. It's having fun, but I'm not going to give you what you want because I'm not interested." You know what I mean? So I feel like there's a bit of an expectation. And women have a lot of like women get judged a lot by how they look. If they gain weight, they lose weight, how they look on camera. I feel like we get far more judged than men. What do you guys think about those situations? I don't know if you've ever had situations like that. I know I have, but what are
I
your views on it?
I just want to go. Yes, Queendom, you already know. I need to go back to what you said, DJ Honeyflow, about the premixes. When I first started to expose DJing, like the fact that I'm learning and stuff like that, a lot of people thought that I wasn't mixing. A lot of people thought I had premixes, and they just didn't believe that I was able, I guess, to learn so quickly and mix well. And I was just like, I took offense to it because I'm just like, wait a minute. And it was from men. And I'm just like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, is this, and I have mentors that I go to get advice and learn and stuff like that. And I'm just like, is this what it is? Is this what the industry is? Like, you can't be good at something as a woman, or you can't be better at that craft than a man. It was, and I've actually lost friends over it. Well, friends, I use the term very loosely, over that. And I'm just like, it's incredible the prejudgment that some people will have because you're a woman and you can't be as good as a man. It's
Mhm.
incredible.
Or someone
It's
demanding
sad.
to see your controller. I had that too, where someone's like, "Why do you use green screens?" I'm like, "But there's plenty of men that use green screens." I said, "If you want to see if I'm using DJ equipment, just go back to my Instagram stuff. Like, I'm not a turntablist DJ. I don't have, 50 years experience like some of these other DJs, but like you shouldn't have to you know, like in the middle of your show, having someone demand that you pretty much show your controller." So I basically just took the camera and said, here it is. I put it down from my green screen so he could see it.
But
And
even
then
the audacity to ask you where he would,
Yeah.
that person would not have asked the male DJ to show
no,
him.
that's
Let
what
me
I
see
asked
where your
him.
fingers are. Are you really mixing? Are you, like
Yeah.
that's such.
And the reason why I also didn't like showing it is because I don't, there are times where I don't feel
But
secure
I
when a lot of DJs sit in my room and
was
scrutinize everything
told
I'm
that
doing because,
I was
you
told that
know?
as well.
Hmm. Oh, sorry, there's a delay. Who's Yoj? D, you said that?
No, I was just saying I was told that as well to like show my controller. People thought I was syncing. Like I was offended. I was just like, I can't just learn and be good at it. I have to, people thought I was syncing for a very long time.
Hmm.
Men.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be very
It's
clear though. Like, there's a lot of men in the chat room too, and we salute and we support. And I'm so glad that you guys are here listening too, and you support us. There's been a lot of
yes.
great men on Twitch that have supported us as well. But to have a few say,
Hear a little
"Hey,
bit,
that
DJ
wasn't your
Honeyflow.
experience." Oh, sorry. Yeah, like to have a few say that is not your experience. I don't know if you guys have ever gotten that when you share your experience and they're like, no, 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 it doesn't matter being male or female. We're all the same. That didn't happen. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever had those. Have you guys had those experiences actually?
I mean, I personally never did, but I could say like in other parts of life, like being someone who develops websites or apps, oh, you didn't do that. Oh, that didn't happen. You get discredited very quickly. They want proof that you actually did that. Um, to validate that you do have the intelligence and the skills to do something. And even when it comes down to DJing, I guess it's the same thing. It doesn't matter what I guess the medium is. It's just that we're women and we there's only a certain, and I would say this is society. It's not just men, because even some women think this way. Society in general, especially in years ago, and still now, right? Thought that women only supposed to play a certain role, and that's all it is. So when you do something that's, I guess, considered out of societal norms, right? You have to be, there needs to be some type of validation for what you're capable of doing. And you have to show more proof. You have to work harder to show that you are capable of doing that, creating a business, being a developer, being a DJ, being a carpenter. Like, there's this amazing woman who I watch on IG all the time, and she's always building stuff in her house, and I'm like, whoa. Like, and people are always like, does she really do that? I'm seeing the comments, and we see it on social media. Like, people are still questioning that this woman actually do this. And it's not only men; women also do it, right? Because I'll have I played a gig a few weeks ago, and it was a brunch, and there was a woman there who, I guess because it wasn't her vibe, right? She tried to down like the way I play as a DJ. Everyone knows on Twitch that yes, I can play Caribbean music when I want to, but that's not what the client asked for. Because you wanted Caribbean music, you're saying that I'm a shit DJ. That's basically what it is. And that's a woman. That's not just a man. And she's told my cousin that they should have hired this man to do it instead. But my cousin who hired me to play at the set, it was for his wife. She requested R&B, 90s, 2000s, whatever. That was the vibe. It's a brunch. Everyone's sitting down and eating and getting a 5-course meal. It's not a fet or passionate for someone to do it, but you're going to try to discredit and say, oh, she's not a good enough DJ to be doing this, and this. And she has no idea about my following. She has no idea about what I do. She doesn't support anything, but you just automatically assume. So it's not only men. There's also women who are out there also discrediting women for the skills that they have in any medium. So
Yeah, 100% for sure. How could and that's common when you go out and DJ, right? You're always going to get that one person, but you have to play for the client, you know? What can we do? Like, what are some ways that men can actually be allies now that we're actually talking about this, some of the issues that we've encountered? What are some ways that we can help men understand or help, you know, even on this platform, what can they do to help us and support us? What do you guys think? And women, according to Jen too, as well, men and women, but a lot of men too. Like, what
society,
can they do?
society.
I would say keep the negative comments to yourself. It's unwarranted. No one asked for it. And if someone has the courage to come on a platform in front of one or hundreds of people to bless you with their talent, then just enjoy it. Don't critique it. Don't give your input. It wasn't asked for, and just be a nice person. That's why I've been quiet, because when these type of comments come up, I don't have anything nice to say. Because I've dealt with that in the fitness world, because I don't look like the typical fitness person. I'm still considered plus size to that world, but I've lost 100 pounds, so I know
Wow,
what I'm doing. Yeah, thank you.
amazing.
I was almost 400 pounds at one point in my life, so if I can get 100 pounds off of me, I don't care if it's one person or 100 people, as long as I'm able to help somebody get where they're going, get rid of some drugs that they're taking because of all of the ailments that come with being overweight and eating incorrectly, then I'm going to do that, regardless of what anybody else says. So if they can just be quiet, that would be great.
Yeah, and congratulations. That's you guys throw up something, some kind of emote in the chat, a heart or some fire. Throw it up for Red Bone Queen. That I could barely lose 3 pounds, never mind 100. So that's
Let's
a
do up
huge
the referee.
accomplishment.
The
Yeah, like
referee.
that's a huge, amazing accomplishment, you guys, So
It
true.
is.
That's good. Anyone else have anything to add to that as well?
I guess for me, I would say, whether it's males who are promoters, who are people who are planning events, to try to include more females in their lineups, whether it's on Twitch, whether it's outside of Twitch. I think they'll be very grateful. They'll be very good in showcasing that we too can do that. But I feel like we have, at least on Twitch, the the fan base that we have is very supportive, and I find, at least on my streams, it's about 50-50 female male. So we're not here to bash males and say, oh, males
Yes,
think that
exactly.
way,
Yeah,
because we
yeah.
do have, and I think for most of us, we say in the stream, that we have a lot of people who have been supportive, who have been males. I mean, the first person that pushed me to do a raid was a male, and he was always like, you need to play more, you need to play more. And I had more people that I would meet through Twitch, and they're like, hey, I heard you stream, like, why aren't you streaming more regularly? So I feel like, because maybe there were more males that were streaming that I knew, they were the ones pushing me to play more and play more often. So I feel like on Twitch, I've definitely had that support. And even outside of Twitch, like the DJs that I've known that I used to go party with, or dance for, those are the people who are like now saying, wait, you DJ? Want to play on my party? I'm like, hell yeah. So not that males are not supportive. They definitely are supportive. But I mean, I think what we just want is a fair chance. Just give us a shot, listen, and you'll see and you'll hear that we're equally, if not better, than our counterparts.
100%. And maybe rating in, maybe sometimes when you're dealing with so many guys, it's like being on the basketball court. You're dealing with so many men, you may forget that one girl or three girls on the basketball court. So they just move out of the way and walk out of the gym, right? But like acknowledging, hey, do you want to be on my team? Do you want to come, right? So I think for the guys, maybe inviting more women to raids, right? Raiding into them as well, like whatever their potential is, if you're digging her, right? As a performer, or you like her show, then just being more aware of doing those type of things, not just International Women's Month, but doing that. And even coming here, like we got DJ Chris Toe and all these other DJs in here right now, so many to name. My Stita, like lots of great guys, coming through. Doc Tour, DJ J Jonah, like all these great guys supporting. So, we salute you as well, and all the ladies too. So is there anything else that you think people could do to help, like each other, especially on Twitch?
I mean, I think for female empowerment, like Jen has definitely done a very great deed for all of us to include us. The place that I play in Miami as my residence, the woman who is kind of like the music director, her whole vision was, she had been playing there for many years, and it's always been mostly male. She was for many years the only female. And so when she got that position, she said, I want to change things up. I want a lineup that's only female. So at Segafredo on Lincoln Road in Miami Beach, it's only females. So, what we're doing for each other is a way for us to kind of raise each other up, right, and be seen. And so when we support each other, then other people go, hey, wait, like I saw this DJ and I like what she played. Maybe I can have her on my raid. Or Jen, can you tell me who that, can you connect me to this one streamer who was on your show? So kind of like that. I feel like that's one way of, raising our voices essentially and supporting each other. So thank you, Jen.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you to Jen too for all the hard work for sure. And I just want to say, Maestita, thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming through. I know Disco Darren supports the ladies, as he says in the chat room. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming through. DJ Jen, I'm just looking at another laptop 24 minutes ago for those bits. I missed that. Thank you for that as well. Appreciate you. And I just think it's important to talk about some issues because sometimes we don't. So that's why I brought that up to start the conversation, because sometimes we just kind of tuck it away and just keep it moving and keep quiet and we don't really say anything. Right. So I think it's important to talk about these things and be open and honest about it. Does anyone have anything else to add before we go on to the next question? Oh,
I guess
is that your hand, Mai Tai?
I'll just say real quick that I'm just supporting each other, like just like I support everyone else, everyone out there to support each other. No matter what you can, like, there's something that you can bring to someone else, right? There's something that you can share with someone else to help them grow. I would say like people like Queendom, Mistress Kush. Queendom was behind the scenes, like texting me like, "Hey, your mic is not connected to your audio." Like when I first started streaming, like people like that, like help another queen out, help them get affiliated, help them, connect their audio correctly, use their camera, like just doing the little bit that you could do. And that's just on the platform. But if there's other things like Redbone Queen, I spoke to her about, her bringing something to the platform, or even when she was talking about that person that wrote a comment, like I was like, let me know, the Brooklyn in me was like, okay, where's the Vaseline, and let me get ready and get my rings on and the Timbs. I'm ready to go. Let me know I'm with you, Queen. Come on, let's go. Like, support them, tell them keep doing what they're doing. Like, I'm recognizing her growth and what she's doing on IG. I actually watch her on IG when she's talking about her craft. Those are glasses that she made. I'm promoting you right now. Those are glasses that she made. So please go to her IG page and,
those
look
are
at her craft
amazing.
and her items that she creates and makes and sells. And just, inspire each other and be able just to talk about each other. Honey Flow does it all the time. She talks about everyone, and she promotes everyone and what we're bringing to the platform, or just every walk of life. So we just appreciate each other and celebrate each other in that way is what I guess I'm asking.
I think we missed Soul Star too. I don't know if anyone could get a hold of her. I know she was trying to get on for a while, but her device kept shutting off.
Yeah, she wrote in our little private chat that she
Oh.
has to go soon. So.
Oh, okay, no problem. Yeah, I couldn't get her in when she kept coming backstage. Her device wasn't locked in. That's why. Okay. Does anyone have any other comments on that, or?
Oh, I just want to say thank you, Jen, for always being a constant supporter and ready to go at a moment's notice. I really appreciate that because we don't have that. We don't have a lot of that sisterhood where I got your back type vibe. It's sometimes fake and phony, or it's just put on for show. And you can tell when someone's being genuine. So I appreciate that genuine love and support, and I'm always ready to give it back. So thank you.
So Rebel Queen, are you on Twitch or you just right now on IG? Like, where can we watch you do your workouts or like?
So right now I'm on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, but starting Monday, I will be on Twitch. So it'll be on all platforms at one time. I wasn't doing live classes, but this will be a live class environment instead of me just doing snippets. I feel like if I can just help one person get out of whatever they're in, I'm there. So I'm ready for the challenge. Y'all gonna see me a little nervous. I'm not gonna drop no weight, but y'all gonna see me a little sticking in my boots.
So you said Monday 6 a.m.
5:30 to 6:30. So I'll be on for a solid hour.
Okay.
And I will probably do, since I'm seeing all y'all faces, I might just do an evening. I might just do like a poll, ask y'all what time would be good for y'all, and do an evening class too.
I mean, I could do like 6:30, 5:30. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
That's going to be exciting for sure. I can't wait to see that. I need to get in shape too for the summertime. So you're
Right?
you're gonna you're gonna get us there. All right. So this question I was actually waiting for because I'm so curious. What are some things that you love about yourself? We don't really look as women too much to ourselves. Sometimes we could be overly critical. Like what is one thing that you guys love about yourself? I'm going to start with Jen Jen.
Me? I feel like I'm in class. Well, I usually do this to my students. Become like, I, uh, I mean, I had a thought. Sorry, Soulstar was messaging me and telling me that. Let me just actually put that. She said, good night to everyone. And she had to leave. Her phone was dying. So
Aw,
I appreciate
okay.
joining the
She did
panel.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Tell her thank you. I'll thank her after too. She did a great job. Yeah.
Um, I guess there's like one thing. I have to think about one thing. My creativity. I think that's like the top of my list. For me, I'm not just creative at I guess playing music, which most people know. I'm an artist. I love to paint and draw. I sketch. I do graphic design. I teach UX and UI design. So like my whole I guess life purpose is just to be creative and expressive. And that's one thing that I love about myself, that creativity.
All right. Before we get to the next person, I just want to say, whoa, I don't even have sirens here. I think I almost missed that. My Steeda, thank you so much. 5 gifted community subs. Wow. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. And Struds earlier, like an hour ago, I don't know if I missed him, gave me 2 subs too. Wow. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate that. And just supporting this show and what we're trying to do here today as well by talking about women's empowerment. So thank you. Bless up to you guys. I appreciate that. So what's something that you love about yourself, Redbone Queen?
Ooh, hmm. I'm just my confidence, I guess. If I have to pick one thing, because I just love everything. I'm so blessed to actually get to the point where I don't really critique myself anymore, but my confidence, my boldness, um, yeah, I think that would I think I would put that. I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough question.
It is a tough
If
question.
I have to pick one thing, I will say my heart because I love deeply. If I call you a sister, you're a sister. I don't care if we blood or not. And like Jen Jen, I'll go to bat for you. I'll tell you when you're wrong because I'm honest. And yeah, I would say my heart.
That's awesome. I love that. DJ Mai Tai, Jilly from Philly.
It's funny because well, it's not funny. I hate when people say it's funny because, anyway, I journal, and this is a question that I ask myself often because I want to make sure that I recognize things about myself that I feel are positive, things that make me feel good about myself. And one of the things that I absolutely love about myself is my ability to be honest with myself, to really stand flat footed in the mirror and say, you know what, you did the damn thing. Or, you know what, you're dead wrong for that. You need to make that right. And it's one of those things where, um, you know, being able to be accountable to myself, just especially when I know I might have messed up. You know what I mean? It just really owning myself, owning situations, owning what I've done, good or bad. Just being able to own what's mine, and that has helped me to really recognize when, in various situations, if something is mine to own or it is somebody else's mess. And I refuse to carry somebody else's mess when I know it's not mine. So, being able to be honest with myself is one of the things that I absolutely love. and it leads me to revelation. And that's another thing that I love about myself. Those moments where I'm just where there is just that, as Oprah called it, the aha moment. The aha moment where I could really, you know, say, I know this about me, especially as I mature. I know various things about me. I know how I like to work. I know how I like to spend my time. I know what I like about people, the characteristics that I enjoy about people, and things like that. So those are a few things.
Wow, that's awesome. OMG, you guys, I gotta stop right now. Now my heart's beating fast. Whew. Selected Jinx. What the heck is happening here? Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so shocked right now. And I can't hide. I can't hide, Jen. I can't hide behind my turntables right now.
I was nervous when I saw the raid came. I
I
was
was
like, oh,
like,
hold on.
"Oh my
Have
gosh,
a
I am
moment.
so shocked." And usually I was just telling you guys how nerdy I am when things come through, and then I start hyperventilating. And now I'm like right in front of the camera. I can't even hide. Like I can't even hide.
You better acknowledge that raid.
Oh, sorry? What was that?
You better acknowledge that raid.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that
yes. So selected Jinx. I rarely look at my other computer here. So, oh my gosh, thank you so much, selected Jinx. I
I'll
really,
help
truly
you on this one
appreciate it.
since you're nervous. So like,
Yeah, now I'm getting nervous. And when I get nervous, I get over yappy or I just ignore raids because yeah, don't know what to say. But I just want to thank you guys, Selected Jinx, for coming through with this monster raid. For all you guys that don't know, we're talking about Queens Unite. So we're talking about women's empowerment. And stick around, fellas, because this is a great conversation for you as well. We're just talking about what it's like, being a woman, being someone in this industry, and who inspires us, just different things like that. um, Before I start yapping, maybe Jen can help me with all these shout outs because the room is
yeah, I
filled.
see some of my
And
Simply
I
Women
just
in the chat right now. Kazamba Angel, welcome in, Queen. Let me see. I did say DJ Gritty was here before. Let me shout out some of the raiders that came in here. Crystal, I do see you, love. And GT Baba, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Already selected Jinx. Thank you for supporting the Honey Flow Show and this cause. I really do appreciate you so much for sending this raid over. And we are here to celebrate these beautiful women out here on this platform, and not only just the ones in the panel, but everyone who's in the chat who also contributes to the platform as streamers, DJs, podcasters, and everything.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate it. I really, really do. Thank you so much. This Ray kind of uh, uh, got me off guard here for sure. So thank you so much, Selected Jinx and my Stita again for that gifted sub. Feel free to follow me. For all you guys that don't know, I go by DJ Honeyflow. I do a talk show, do a few music shows, and I'm actually looking to do a motivational show, which I'm scared in my boots with, to share more of my personal story on Instagram. So if you guys are digging the vibe, this is a different vibe today because we're having a panel discussion with us women. But I want you guys adding and supporting all these amazing, beautiful women on this stream right now. DJ Jen, she does a lot of female raid trains for all of us and has done so much work to bring, more women together in this Twitch community in the platform. So she definitely deserves her roses. Make sure you guys add her. We got Red Bone Queen, guys, 87. She's going to be doing a fitness show. So make sure you guys add her. It's going to be super dope with weights. She's going to get you guys all in shape. She's going to get you ready for springtime, the summer. If you're single, she's going to get you with someone soon. If you're not, she's going to make you even better for your partner. And if you're jaded with love, I don't know. She's just going to get you ready, looking good for yourself. We got DJ Mai Tai right here, Jilly from Philly right here. She's very smooth, guys. Smoothest, sultry voice you're going to find on Twitch. Make sure you add her. And of course, Portia Live is killing it. She's from Miami, and she does a lot of beach streams in real time. And, she's got so much energy, and she's just the vibe. So make sure you guys all add each other. We got Soul Star too that was with us. There's so many shout outs here that that I can't possibly give, but I see all of you guys. I'm really shocked right now. Too many to shout out. So all I can say today is thank you, Selected Jinx. He's one of my favorites guys on Twitch, Selected Jinx. So that means a lot to me. And he's just a vibe. He's got a great voice, great show, great scenes, and just everything that he puts together, I think is truly amazing and inspirational. So definitely Selected Jinx. For the one person that doesn't know him in the room, make sure you guys add him, but I'm pretty sure you all added him. So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming through. So I was going to say here, we're going to get to the next question that I had. Actually, it wasn't really a question. It was something different I was going to do. So when you guys came in, we said, what was one thing that you loved about yourself? Did everyone answer that question? Okay, we didn't get to Portia yet, right? So now we're going to put Portia on the spot in front of over 100 people, but she's used to it. She's used to it. What's one thing that you love about yourself, Portia?
I think one of the more recent things for me that I really appreciate about myself is the ability to take opportunities and challenges as learning experiences. Because before, you get rattled by things that are not positive, and you kind of are so out of focus on the small, like, because you're in this space, right? But to kind of be able to step out and go, okay, what is there for me to learn in this lesson, right? Especially during the challenging times. I feel like that's definitely been kind of my biggest achievements. I would say probably in the last year, because if anything, before I would get overwhelmed by a situation or not know how to handle it. But now it's like being able to step back and go, okay, how can I process it? And what is to be learned in this space, right? In this time whether things are good or bad, right? When things are good, really to be humble and appreciate those things. But when things are not quite going your way, like, why are they not going your way? Or what can you learn from that maybe can make that experience next time better or make you stronger? So I feel like that, with the pandemic, but especially like in the last year, I feel like more comfort in my space, in myself, and being able to not take everything in a negative way. Like, what are the better outcomes or the better ways to look at a situation? So that's been my biggest thing, I think, like this year.
Awesome. And we're going to get to Yo Day G. Sorry, I left you backstage there. So she's just coming in as well. And we were asking what was one thing that you loved about yourself. Make sure everyone in the room adds Yo J D as well. She does an awesome, dope, music stream as well as a DJ. So make sure you guys are adding her. But what's one thing you love about yourself, Yo J D?
I'm gonna use some language that I no longer give a shit what people think about me. Yeah, I think that's I don't care. I really don't. And I feel like with age, I didn't always feel this way, but I feel like as I'm getting older and more settled into my womanhood, people's opinions about me just goes over my head.
I love that. I think that's awesome. I could definitely learn from that for sure. So everyone has said something, right? Didn't miss anyone. My heart is still beating right now so much. So again, thank you guys so much for the raid. I appreciate you. DJ Breck one, Dr. Dady Priest, another amazing powerhouse woman, guys. We just did an interview with each other, and I'm telling you, it was a real honest interview. Everything she talked about growing up in Alabama. Wow. Make sure you guys catch the replay. Add Dr. Dady Priest. So many people in this building. Wow. I'll just try to do some quick shout outs here before we go on to the next question. Simply Moy, we got Beauty. I did something here to my stream elements. Now I can't see anything. What did I just do? I definitely did something here.
Honeyflow will be back. We're taking a commercial break.
She doesn't want to play with us anymore.
Well, the teacher is gone. We can misbehave now. Let's go back.
Rings out.
Where's the drinks? No.
Gonna drink that.
Oh my
Wine,
gosh,
please.
this is where you see my nerdy
There she
behavior.
is.
This is where I'm so glad I'm minimized right now in front of 100 people.
It's okay.
You know?
It's fine, Honey Flo. We was on our best behavior.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. Let's see here. So I'm just going to do a few shout outs before we get to the next question. We got Beauty Blessed. This is how nerdy I get when I get nervous. DJ Breck 1. Oh, shoot. My chat just stopped. So I don't think I could see everyone. Anyways, throw another comment up and I'll see you. Disco Darren, Steph One Love, Twitches. We got DJ K Immaculate. Steph One's like, we need to hydrate. DJ Diz in the building. All right, maybe grab a drink, you guys. Do you guys have one? She's telling me to,
I should have had
don't
some
panic,
wine.
just drink.
Yeah, I didn't make the trip to the store.
But thank you again, Selected Jinx. Wow, you definitely caught me off guard tonight. Thank you again for the raid. Much love. Appreciate you guys. We got Shay Mark in the building and Beauty Blessed, DJ Breck 1 I mentioned as well. Good to see everyone coming through. We got Get It Back Jiggy. Is that what it is? Get It Back Jiggy? I like your user ID. Or is it Gigi? Get It Back Gigi.
She butchers names, guys, so don't feel bad if something sounds off.
I know. Like I do butcher names. Like there was a girl in my chat named Bag Lady. Some of you guys know her on Twitch. I called her B.A. Gladdy the entire time. And my mods are like, what is wrong with you? Can't you read English? It's Bag Lady. And I kept calling her B.A. Gladdy. She never came back. So shout out to Bag Lady. Love you. Shout out to B.A. Gladdy. And yeah, I don't think I've ever seen her on my show again. Beauty Blessed in the building. I do mash up names. Like Disco Darren's easy to read. Beauty Blessed I could read, but when I get nervous, definitely mash them up. DJ Christo UK. I think I called another UK DJ Bannock or Yannick or something, and it was UK. So yeah, I definitely mash up names. We got Bam Bam. We got Vengeful Turkey for you. So feel free to follow you guys. Of course, all these beautiful women, feel free to follow me if you're digging the vibe as well. That's the only way you're going to see us on Twitch. We're pretty much invisible if you don't follow us. That's pretty much how the algorithms work on Twitch. So we're going to get to the next question here. Let's see.
Wait, hold up, Honey Flo. I believe you had a question that you were asking us that was stemmed off of the question from before about what are something that we love about ourselves, and you wanted us to say something about what we love about, I guess, each other or something like that. Is that where you was getting to?
Yes. Oh, thanks for reminding me. Yes, because I almost forgot that one. So I think it's hard as a woman to actually say what we love about ourselves. That's why I wanted to like ask and pose that question, because it gives us time to think about what we actually love about ourselves. Sometimes we could be our biggest self-critics, not only in this industry, but just as women in general, right? So I think it would be a great idea, and it could make a few of you on the panel uncomfortable, but words of affirmation is my love language, so it's very easy for me. I would say if you guys could pick one woman on this panel, maybe you don't really know, even if you don't know her show or what she does, but if you were to just physically look at her, or if you do know her show and what she does and you like something about her, pick a characteristic that you could see in someone on this panel that hasn't been picked, and say something like, say a compliment that you like about them. So I guess I'll start first to make it easier for all you guys. I love Redbone Queen, just meeting her today. I love her confidence. I love your glasses too. I feel like you're very beautiful, but I love the fact that you just exude confidence, and you seem comfortable just in who you are. And I can learn from that. I don't think I'm entirely there yet. So just from what you talked about tonight, kind of gave me encouragement, thinking, man, like, wow, like this girl's really confident. Like she's rocking it. I love that. So that's something I noticed about you in the last couple hours tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I will say for Yo JD, I feel like I love that you are fairly new to Twitch. I feel like I can go back to when I started streaming, because it wasn't that long ago. It was during the pandemic when I started learning to DJ. But I feel like you already own your space. I think that comes from you not giving an F about whatever people say and think. And I feel like that comes across. Like, yes, you knew at DJing, and you're not, perfect, because nobody is, but you like, I'm good with that because I'm good with what I'm doing, and you know what you're doing, and you're doing a great job of it. So I'm very impressed by you already.
I'm just gonna break the rules real quick, because why not? We're rebels,
Rebels.
Right.
First, I want to say, Red Bone Queen, you speak my language, similar to Honey Flow. This is the first time I've ever seen your face. Always seen your handle, never seen your face. But you speak my language when you shared about how your family doesn't necessarily see what you do as business, but you are an entrepreneur, and you really own what it is that you do. You believe in it, and I connect with you on that 100%. So shout out to the rebels who are saying, down with, I'm moving past the 9 to 5 so I could do this thing for me. It's not an easy thing, and I have a special place in my heart for the entrepreneur. Portia, I haven't seen you many times, but I absolutely love your energy. It is so positive, so upbeat. So I just enjoy, your energy. You hear the happiness in your voice when you're actually streaming. So I love that about you. Yo, JD. Yo, JD. I always echo her name whenever she comes into my chat. But she's just freaking dope. To your point, like, she just shows up in her stream, does her thing, and kills it without nary a word to her voice. She doesn't talk much, but she doesn't have to. Like, she kills it whenever she's in there. Honeyflow, you are the example of making things happen by being open to meeting people and talking to people that you just have that you've never even met. And I call that out specifically because that's not a strength of mine, and I admire that about you. And Jen, we down like four flat tires, riding the block, right? But I appreciate you. I appreciate you just for who you are, for being the example of stepping out and creating a space and making things happen. So I appreciate you all for various reasons. And Soul Star, I love you, boo. Sing your face off. The end. I've broken the rules.
Wow, you're really good at toast. When I get married, I'm gonna have to like hire you for my wedding to do the toast. You know, you're great at
I
them. I
take
like
Cash App.
the
Take
four
Cash App.
flat tires. We're down like the four flat tires. I've never heard that, and that is hilarious. I'm gonna write that down actually. Say that to all my friends. Okay, so who's next? Go ahead, pick someone that you haven't, even if you don't know them, if there's anything that you see or anything visually or characteristics that, to complement them.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
say I
go.
love
I'm
eating
gonna go with
all.
Portia
Oh,
Live,
sorry.
just because we've actually been. Sorry.
It's
Go ahead.
okay. We did it at the same time.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I love meeting all of you ladies. I was a little nervous about coming on a panel. I've never done this before, and this has been such an awe moment. Um, all of you guys are inspiring, honestly, and I will make it my business to be in everyone's stream now that I know who you guys are. But Jen, you are that chick. Okay, I don't feel the word, but you are that chick, and I admire your strength. I admire your creativity. I admire your go get it personality from the same hood. I understand that, so I wanted to say that I appreciate you.
Thank you, and I appreciate you. Could we breaking rules again? I'm gonna join the Mai Tai train right real quick because I have to go around. I can't. But Honeyflow, as Mai Tai said about you, you always said that you're an open book, and you actually are, right, with everyone.
Oh.
and we appreciate that, and we appreciate you share your stories, you share your confidence, you share even your weaknesses with us, and you have no hesitation about it, and that's something that I'm learning to do myself, as what Mai Tai said, right? I'm learning to not be as guarded, right? That is a part of my self-growth process, um, and I appreciate that you are pretty much an example of what what direction I need to go in with some of it, not all of it, but some of it. I'm still, I'm from Brooklyn, so I gotta hide a little bit, but for some of it, right? But I love your energy. I love your spark. Like I think like even your stream when you're streaming, like yes, you are. And she said I never heard anyone say yapping until I met Honey Flow. I'm sorry. But like she's telling her story, she's speaking to the people, she's connecting with us, and if you listen to her words, she's hilarious, and she's being as real as possible. Even when she's playing music, when she's hosting her talk shows, she is expressing herself and then also giving praise to who you are and what you do on the platform, and we all appreciate that here, about you. So I just wanted to say that about you, Honey Flow. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do.
So yeah, I'm on the Mai Tai train of like breaking rules and stuff. So I guess I'll go next to her, and then I go around to everybody. So Mai Tai, like I have to say, Mai Tai's journey has been amazing to watch, from like her joining on Rising Queens, being invited on raids, and then having, as she phrased, the blue man invade her space, right? AKA her stream crashed quite a bit on some of her shows, and but one thing she never gave up. Like you never gave up. Like you just keep going, you keep trying, you ask questions, you troubleshoot. You never gave up. And I honestly, if I was you, I probably would have threw the laptop and walked away like, listen, I ain't got time with this, forget this. But you just kept on going, and like that takes strength and courage to keep going and keep doing what you're doing, and because you enjoy it, and that's the most important. And I appreciate that about you. It's my time. All right. All right. So Portia, I want to go to next because I want to say, like, I admire everything you do. Like, I'm on your IG stalking. Like, like I'm not gonna, I'm be real. Like, I'm like, yo, she's out because I love the music. That's what it is. I'm so taken by the music. I'm inspired by the music. It's my vibe. Like most people know, like, oh, Jen's gonna play some Afrobeat. She's gonna play some Afro house. She's gonna play something. It has to be in there, right? That's my energy. So when I see you playing it, and then what you do for your audience, you also translate some of the words. I'll be sitting on the songs like Googling, like, okay, what does that mean and what's happening here? I'm like, oh, that means this, and I'm like, and I'm connecting with the music. But the fact that you're doing that with your audience, like, I love that about you, that you're sharing part of your culture, you're sharing your music, you're expressing yourself. And the fact that you're out doing this in real life, I'm always in Miami. I'll be there in April. But and like the fact that you're out there doing it on the beach, and I love the beach, which is why I'm always in Miami. Like, like I admire that about you. Like you're just out there, you're doing the thing. Like you're out there, you're making it happen, and you're playing a genre. Like, I'm not saying that it is big around the world, but in the US, it's still just very minute. Like, it's not something that's fully recognized. And like people like me, Mai Tai, and Yo JD love the music, right? And we play it all the time, but it is something that is brand new to us. It's brand new to our audience. It's brand new to my family because they were like, what is Jen playing again? We don't even understand this, like, and I'm like, they speak English, but like, the people just, who they are. So, but I love that. I love that you're sharing that with the world and sharing that with us. And I'll go to Yo JD. Girl, you have me and little Jen dancing around the house. The fact that you just bring this energy and this dopeness about you, and it's been hidden for so long that I just want to take something and like, no, we stop. But like you have this energy, and I love it, and I love the talent that you just naturally have and possess, and that you're just now coming to your own. And like what you said, you don't give a shit about anyone right now. You're just doing you. So you're owning that right now. You're owning that, and I'm proud of you for doing so. And just keep bringing it, so me and baby girl can keep dancing whenever you want. So we appreciate that. And Redbone Queen, I want to say thank you for, I guess, becoming one of my sisters here on this platform. And you and your partner is most definitely dope. Y'all always in my streams. Y'all always cheering me on. And then now connecting with you and getting to know you, like the one thing that I said I admire but is your confidence, right? That you boldly said and everyone else is recognizing. But you're also loving, you're there to show support. You're there to share people talents and skills, because that's why you had your TV guide channel and what people were doing, and showcasing that. So I see that in you, and the fact that you're also trying to take a stance and basically giving everyone a platform to showcase what they are capable of doing, and that take confidence too. So I appreciate that. So I know there's more people who chime in. Could we have a moment where we have the chat kind of say what they appreciate about the people on the panel, or just someone else in the chat that you do care about? I think that's important too, because the whole point of this whole thing that Honey Flow and Mr. Scush and I organize this for us to celebrate each other, right? To recognize and empower each other. So I feel like words as affirmation, as Honey Flow put it, is a way that you guys can often say to us, like, hey, you could shoot us a whisper right in the chat that you appreciate. What exactly do you appreciate about each one of us? If you do know us, or if you don't know us, and what you learned from today is what I wanted to ask the chat to chime in on.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. So if there's anyone in the chat you want to give a compliment to, or anyone on the panel, or any show that you like, or just anything, it could be anything. If you know someone in real time, I think that's really powerful. I was just telling Jen earlier before we started this panel that was one thing I remember going to this business conference, and the speaker got everyone to say, hey, I want you to stand up and go to 3 strangers and tell them what you like about them. You know how uncomfortable that was? It was like no one knew what to do, because in a big city like Toronto, at least here, no one interacts, no one connects as much as I would like it to. But like when you're connecting and engaging and looking at people, and I remember I had 3 people come up to me and they said, hey, I really love your smile, or you have nice glasses, or I like your eyes, like they radiate. It's like I still remember that to this day. And it was those simple comments that got me through when I was having a bad day and went to the seminar. So I think words are really powerful, and sometimes we don't give them enough to each other. And I think sometimes as women, we can be the most critical, like, because we just learn that from the day we're born: comparison, competitive, especially in this industry. It's like there's only one spot for someone, but there really isn't. There's spots for every single person, to do and accomplish. And if we start looking at it that way, I think we start seeing each other differently and the world differently, right? So I encourage you guys to do that, even in the chat, recognize that, about, instead of tearing someone down, because it's so easy to do on social media, on Facebook. We've seen it through the pandemic. We've all gone through some tough stuff, right? Over the last couple of years. That's why we're all on Twitch. But if we kind of start complimenting or saying something real to each other, I think it would open up a lot more and be more supportive of one another, especially streamers, right? Or DJs, this community. So yeah, definitely throw a nice compliment up for someone that you know in the chat, or if you see someone on the panel, even if you don't know them, say something, because words are power and they go a long way. Yeah.
There's quite a few right now that you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look here.
I don't think JD got to say what she was gonna say.
Oh, yes, go ahead, JD as well too. Thank you for letting me know that.
I just want to take a quick second just to big up all the beautiful ladies on the panel, and just being surrounded by all of you guys. It's really, 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 really inspiring. And Portia, I'm gonna be on your I'm gonna be in your stream. Your energy, it exudes. It exudes. And I can't wait to watch you stream, because I haven't had the opportunity. But we follow each other on Instagram, and I'd be on your Instagram, and you're dope. I can feel that. I feel the dopeness. I feel it.
I already follow. I
um,
already follow you, so I'll be seeing you soon. Cutie.
I also just wanted to. I'm going to give a compliment to someone in the chat, which is DJ Soph the Sage, who has been a very close personal friend of mine from the beginning, from our modding days. We met on Twitch, and we're actually really good friends in for just being a supporter and a great friend. And yeah, okay, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to cry. But yeah, she. Yeah, that's it.
Hold up, you froze for a second. So repeat that last part that you said. Honeyflow, could you take down the comment for a second? We can't see her.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh. Yeah, no, I was just saying she's important to me. She's a good friend. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to get emotional, so I'm going to stop.
Yeah, that's okay. That's genuine. That's awesome, Thank you. I appreciate you sharing that as well. I'm just trying to look at all the comments here. I'm going to just take a minute to just share some of your comments. I know I'm missing a lot and all you guys, and I apologize. We look like teeny weeny boxes, whiny boxes. So, Jen's the teacher over there telling me, don't post too many. Keep switching. I'm making people dizzy going like this. See? Doesn't that make you dizzy, guys? See? Anyway, sorry. Okay, I'm going to stop. So T. Dennis says, you are all an inspiration for me who is thinking on starting, they're thinking of starting their own stream. Beautiful queens. Awesome. DJ Freak Faya says, I appreciate that you're always advocating for women. I appreciate that comment so much. From trafficking to putting a light on women to let them shine. Thank you. That means definitely a lot to me. DJ Freak Fire. It's a cause keeps me up at night.
Fire. Say it like DJ Freak Fire.
Freaky Fire. Okay.
DJ Freak Fire.
Freak Fire. Okay. Yeah. Well, I try my best, but I'm nervous now. I'm getting nervous here. Let's see here. Who else? Okay, I'm just trying to look up here. Dr. Dady Priest says the positive energy flowing is amazing. Jeez, I'm looking at Twitch's comment. I'm ignoring that one there. Let's see here. Just trying to see any other comments that I could see. Get It Back says, I love the meet and greet comments from all of you ladies, such positive vibes, giving yourselves to each other and to us. Yeah, because I think that's definitely important. DJ Queendom says, I love your talent to Yo JD. And she really is talented. I've seen a few shows for sure. I had no idea she was just a starting up DJ, newer DJ, because she is very talented. It says, I love your talent for music as a whole, your vibe, your swag, for lack of better words, your style, your transitions, your class. You are fire. So I don't have like a fire sound effect or anything. Sorry, guys. Let's see, or sirens or anything right now on me. Yeah, so thanks for posting these comments, you guys. I appreciate that. That definitely means a lot. Oh, did I say freaky? See, when I get nervous, I don't even remember what I'm saying anymore. Everyone says freaky when it's freak. You're not alone. Okay, well, freaky, freaky deaky, same thing. Okay, so I'm looking here. I'm going to add this. Let's see here. There was one question too that I was going to ask you guys that I thought, oh, this one I really wanted to hear what you guys had to say on this one. I think I'm trying to find it here. Let me see if I could add this to the stream here. Okay, so we did that question. Let's see. This one I was going to ask you guys. As a woman, was there anything you were taught in life you had to unlearn? So, there's so many things that we've been taught through life. I'm actually finding this at my age now. There's a lot of things I have to unlearn. Could be striving, having healthy relationships, could be in the love department, could be boundaries. So those were just some examples. But is there anything as a woman now that you look at your age, you have to kind of like unlearn what you learned in life? Anyone wants to jump in, they can.
What I learned is that
I'll
I
jump
really
in.
can do whatever I want.
Oh,
Most
we'll
important.
get Mai Tai to repeat that again. I know there's a bit of delay, so we'll get Mai
Sorry
Tai.
about that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mai Tai.
Yeah, I had to learn that I really can do whatever I want. Now, what that looks like
Hmm.
and the consequences of that is yet another thing. But I really can do whatever I want. And as a mother of an adult, it's one of those things of trying to shake free that I don't have to rush home or have uh, the mom brain all the time. That, like, to have had the mom brain for so long, it's hard to shake that. And so I literally can pick up and go wherever I want. I can do whatever I want. And the having been groomed um, to follow the traditional path of school and career, it's a little hard to really shake that when that's what you've learned, but you want something else. So I'm grateful to have learned and really begin to internalize. I really can do whatever I want. It's just a matter of the doing. So
Okay, DJ Jen Jen, I think you were saying something.
That was Yo JD. I think that was
Oh,
speaking before.
okay. Oh, go ahead, JD.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say I had to unlearn staying quiet and not voicing my thoughts and opinions. Because I feel like as a woman growing up, we are taught to be submissive to a certain degree. And I feel like I had to, once you become older and more comfortable with yourself, you realize that staying quiet is not the way to go. You need to voice how you're feeling, voice if you have complaints, voice your complaints and stuff like that. So I feel like I had to unlearn that as a woman.
Think for me, having to unlearn expectations that everybody else has for you, which I feel like touches on what everybody else is saying. Like, I feel like as young girls, we are groomed to think that we need to find a prince to, you know, rescue us and have to have children and have to have this lifestyle. And I think moving away from that and going, that's what I want for my life, and being okay with the choices that you make as an adult and living the life that you want, whether you want to have children or don't want to have children, not having to answer to anybody about that, right? So picking what you want for yourself and choosing what is okay for you and what's not okay for you. I think kind of stems from what the other ladies have said. Kind of like, that same thing of forming your own path and claiming what's yours and what you want for yourself. I think that's kind of what you have to learn and learning that that's okay. Because I feel like boys have been given that right when we're growing up. It's like, what do you want to be? And boys can be anything. I mean, the vast array, and we have such a limited list. And so saying, I don't want that list, I want something else. So I think that's learning like cultural things that you see in your environment, whether it's from the country you live in or maybe where your parents are from, maybe they're from their upbringing. So having to go, that's not what I choose for myself, and being okay with that and having your family essentially either be okay with it or that's too bad, like that's your life. So I think having like that power to say that's not what I choose for myself.
I would say not being afraid to start over. I've seen a lot of the women in my family get into a situation and stay there because that's all they know. They don't want to learn anything different. Even some of the men, that even with like relationships and stuff like that, they'll stay because of the kids and yada yada yada. But I'm I had to learn that starting over is actually a power move because you get to put yourself in different arenas and different spaces that you would have probably never thought that you could handle, but trusting in yourself enough to know that you have everything that you already need inside of you to make it wherever you go. So that would be something that I had to unlearn, is moving on when something is no longer serving me. So moving from New York to North Carolina wasn't such a big move, because I went to UGA in Georgia when I was 18, 19. So coming back down to the South wasn't that big of a deal, but coming down to North Carolina with a baby, with no husband, I had some family, but typically being on my own, that was something that was very powerful for me, and I'm so glad I did it.
Anyone else want to jump in? Jen?
Oh, I thought you was gonna go first. Honey Flo was waiting for you.
It's up to you. I have a lot. There's been okay, I could jump in. I don't know. I'm trying to think here. There's a lot to unlearn. Like I've unlearned so much. I've unlearned what like I thought success was, right? Climbing up the corporate ladder, or what people or society says you should be at as a woman. It's like I feel like I've unlearned all those things. Um, and even when it comes to love, that was something I asked, like something I really wanted to learn better, because sometimes we say we love people, but do we actually really love people for where they're at? Right. So I can say, like, and this is going to sound kind of deep to you guys, but like I can say during the pandemic, like that was one thing that I asked in a prayer, like, how do I love people? I don't think I really actually love people the way maybe he loves people, and I think that's the biggest lesson I've learned in the last couple of years, that I've had to unlearn, because sometimes we could be judgmental, or we could, if we don't agree with certain things, we can um, maybe have a certain judgment, right? And I kind of feel like maybe I was a bit guilty of that. So I think I'm kind of learning for the first time what like love is, and trying to learn how to give it better to people, if that makes sense, but I'm not perfect. And I would say yeah, there's just so many things that I've unlearned. But at the end of the day, it's like I think that's the greatest thing that you can do, is like love people from an authentic place, like not for what they can give you or what they can do, but like, or even if you agree with their opinions or you don't. And we've seen so much division, like even during the last couple years in the world, right? So it's like, how do we love people? I don't get it right every day. I have to check myself and my heart probably hourly, or daily, because I don't always get it right. But I'm kind of learning to unlearn all those things that I've learned, because I don't feel like that's true love. Like love is unconditional, or like patient or kind, or love is so many things that I don't know. I think that's what I've kind of unlearned. But it's been great. It's been good, and it's been awesome meeting some of you guys. I can be little different, little weird, little prudy, but like I think it's awesome that we could sit down, and even if we could be quite opposite from each other, and even people on Twitch I've met, all the interviews I've done, like I'm blown away that I could sit down with people and we come from different lifestyles, different countries, different places. I don't know what it's like going to jail. I've never experienced that, but I could sit down with someone that's had a conversation, that's been in jail for 15 years or whatever. Like that to me is a beautiful thing. That to me shows that, okay, maybe I'm learning something different, and learning to be around different people, and form those connections with people. So that's my long answer. um, Lots to unlearn and learn again, you know.
Honey Flo, I just want to say that you're just being Honey Flo, and that you're not weird or any of the things that you said about yourself. You're Honey Flo, and that's all that matters.
That part.
Right. So, I guess for me, that is okay to basically take care of yourself. That I feel like culture that was brought up where you were raised to, I don't know, be financially stable and support your mom, your dad, you're this, you're that. Like you that's your overall goal in life, right? And I did play that role a lot in my life, and then that was a big part of who I was, right? And then I want to actually kind of chime into what everyone else said. Like each one of you mentioned something that I can think about, that those are things that I had to unlearn too, to learn how to love myself more and care about myself more, to do things that matter to me and for me only. And that's okay. It's okay to be selfish sometime with you. So that was something I had to learn throughout the years, from what Redbone Queen about starting over. Yeah, I was married. I got a divorce. That was something that a big change in my life that I had to make for me, because I realized I wasn't happy, right? And then going back to Yo JD, being quiet about certain things in life, being quiet that you're unhappy in your marriage and not expressing to your family, being quiet about you're unhappy with your job, and not saying, like, not expressing those things and bringing it to light and making those changes to find your true happiness and love, is something that we all need to spend some time looking at and reflecting and basically grow. um, so I'm at a place in life where yes, I still care about my family, I still do different things, but my main priority is finding myself, my own peace, um, my own happiness, and living the life of my daughter that I see fit for us. Um, and it's not about serving everyone else that we're just, because I feel like one thing that in our culture, like and I'm not trying to, I guess maybe it's sounding selfish in some ways, but I think the way I was thinking about it before was like, I have to make sure I have my mom a place to live and pay for everybody. So I'm working 3 jobs, or I have to do this and I have to do that. But meanwhile, my mom is okay to take care of herself. My dad is okay to take care of herself. My grandma is okay to take care of themselves. And all those people don't have to depend upon me, but are they even giving me the same amount of energy back when I do need? And I learned that during my divorce, that I wasn't getting the same type of emotional support, financial support, which I didn't need the finances at the time, but it would have been nice for someone to be like, hey, something, at that time, to help me through a hard place in life, to help me transition in life, to give me that emotional support. And I feel like that's the time that I had to learn to basically be selfish with me and learn how to love me, and it, tap into my emotions, into who I am and what I want to be. As what Mai Tai said earlier, like realizing that right now she said she has an adult child, she can be whoever she would want to be. When I was married and serving everyone else, I was not serving myself, and I wasn't being who I want to be. I wasn't being the DJ. I wasn't being the entrepreneur. I wasn't being the creator. So that's something that I had learned recently, and I had to unlearn basically taking care of everyone else.
Is there anyone else, or did everyone answer that one? Everyone did? Okay. All right. We are definitely going to wrap up, guys, because we've been on, wow, since 7 o'clock, right? That's
Yeah,
insane. I mean, I could literally like chop it up with you guys till, well, you know that, till 7 in the, Jen knows this, till probably 7 in the morning, but I'm getting some whispers and some DMs like, cut it, wrap it up,
We're
wrap it
ready
up
for a Redbone workout.
now. Sorry?
I
Yeah,
think we're ready for
yeah, we're gonna
It'll
have
be
to
right on time.
yeah, we're gonna have to do another panel, you guys, because I still had like 30 more questions for you guys. So I think we're at question 9. So it's been really, really awesome. If anyone has any questions they want to throw in the chat for anything related to like women's empowerment or International Women's Month, I just want to say salute to all the beautiful ladies and all the fellas, of course, but we're saluting the ladies even more so because it's International Women's Month. So again, we came up with some ideas. Catch the replay if you missed it. We had ideas for Twitch. We had ideas of how we could support each other a lot more, on our platforms, what we could do, just to encourage and support each other too. I think that's really important. Oh, wow. Sheesh. Redbone Queen. Didn't even see you do that. I'm looking at another laptop. Thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate that. All the follows today. Coming in from Selected Jinx. Wow, he's like one of my favorites, you guys. So it literally got me off guard, and I was telling them nerdy stories about how I geek out when people raid in, and That's clearly shown on my face today. So if I missed you, I apologize. Mish Mish. Oh man, thank you so much. Yeah, we missed you, Mish Mish, but I know you mentioned the army. She's in the army. She's another powerhouse woman, and she does a cooking show, you guys. So make sure you add her. Interviewed her a long time ago. She's the one that will bake you that sweet potato patty pie. Thank you guys. Oh wow, it looks like you guys kicked off a hype train. Yo JD, thank you so much for the subscription too. How are you guys doing this in the panel? I'm looking at you guys right now. I mean, you look like you're looking here. How are you doing that? Well, you're much better at multitasking than Honeyflow is, because clearly I am not. Oh wow, thank you, DJ Soph the Sage. Okay, I don't want to miss this. Wow. Oh, this is crazy. Are we at a level 1 right now? Soph the Sage, 500 bits. Dang. Oh, thank you so much, Anya. Oh wow.
We're at
Okay,
level 2. Level 2.
oh wow. Okay. Thank you. Oh wow, Portia. Jeez, you guys are my guests. You're in my house. You're not supposed to be doing this. But thank you guys. I appreciate that. Much love to all you guys for the subscription. Portia, I want to make sure I'm looking at another laptop here to see this. Anya for the 103 bits. DJ Jen for another bit. Sheba Love for the subscription too. Let's see here. DJ Jen for the 100 bits. Sneaks in the back door, level 2, 67%. DJ Soph the Sage for 500 bits. Yoj, of course, D again for the sub. Let's see here. Mish Mish, Redbone Queen again for the subscription. And hope I didn't miss anyone here. Wow. Sheesh. Level 2, 92%. DJ, oh, I keep calling you Freaky Deaky. DJ Freak Fire again with the sub in the world. Thank you again, Freak Fire for all those subs tonight. That's crazy. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna have to have you on again, Mish Mish. I know you said the army because she's in our another powerhouse, streamer. Now, basically, there was someone that had a question in the chat. Oh gosh, DJ Jen again, 100 bits.
I had
Thank
to
you so
push it
much.
to level 3. It was so close. I couldn't let it sit
Oh my
there.
gosh. Oh wow.
wow.
Oh man, DJ Mai Tai. I need buzzers here. I feel like you guys don't want to just hear my voice. Jeez. DJ Mai Tai for the sub. Thank you so much. Mish Mish for those bits again.
Like music tweets, he just he go burr, burr.
I know I don't know how to connect my sound effects in StreamYards.
You can do it. He just says it sometimes. You're like burr, burr.
Yeah, I'm not very good at sound effects. Like, especially as a kid too. I was never good at them. Let's see here. Oh, level 3, 29%, you guys. Thank you so much. Much love to all you guys. I appreciate your support. I really do. Thank you for that, you guys. And we're going to do a second one. What the heck? Bam Bam. Jeez. Oh, man. Bam Bam. What in the world? 2 gifted subs. Bam Bam. Thank you so much for that as well. Level 3, 76%. Wow. Thank you. You guys are getting me a jerk chicken and rice and peas meal tomorrow at my $5 lunch place. So I appreciate it. I just want to make sure I don't miss anyone. Thank you guys so much. DJ Hot One, we're going to raid into another beautiful female, guys. She does a raid train. Do you know where they're at, DJ Jen? Like who would we
DJ
be
I had in
raiding?
mind is not live yet, so I was thinking about raiding another queen that has been supporting me on the platform. Boss Lady G, is her, and the Pifu and the Funkhouse has been supporting me a lot especially when it comes down to my Afrobeats raids and a lot of other things I have been doing this week. So I appreciate them. So I was thinking about raiding them.
Okay, let us know who you want to raid into, and we could definitely set up the raid.
I actually text you on WhatsApp.
You think I'm going to see WhatsApp right now? I'm looking at so many things.
The hype train. We are at a level 3, 81%. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, maybe you could help me. Bam, again with the 100 bits. Burp, 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 burp. See what I mean? Eat. Pop, 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 pop. I'm horrible at sound
That was
effects.
perfect, honey.
It's
That was
just as
good.
fucking bad
That
as
That
my
was good.
scratches. No, but that's how
Thank
my
you.
scratches sound like when I'm trying to scratch. Can someone help me with my scratches? All you DJs that have 50 years experience out there, like my scratches are like ee, ooh, ah, like they're horrible. So if someone can help me, they're
No,
just as bad as my sound effects.
okay,
Let's see.
ladies, bro. Someone asked earlier. I know we're still on the hype train. They wanted to check in to see like what exactly do we stream on the
Yes,
platform. I did
that's
see
what I
that,
was
so
gonna
because
say.
they weren't
Yeah.
here in the beginning, so I guess I go first. I'm just a DJ on Twitch and Redbone Queen. Um, you can just go through it real quickly for them.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, squirrel. I used to do the TV Guide of Twitch. I might bring that back. It's just really hard getting everybody's content. So if you want to be promoted for free, it doesn't cost you anything. Please feel free to send me your information. You can send it to my IG, Redbone Queen 87, or here. And starting Monday, I'll be doing fitness classes at 5:30 a.m. But I will look for it to be something in the afternoon as well because everybody's giving me the funny face. Okay, go.
All right, thank you, Bam Bam, again for those bits. And we're going on to the next lady, and she could say, next DJ or streamer, see what she's what her shows are as well. Yeah.
I stream on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I do quite a lot of raids on the weekends when I can. I think I'm in one tomorrow. I'm the worst at keeping my schedule. I'm in one tomorrow at 10 a.m., but mostly you find me on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Jen, what were you going to ask?
Was it the female empowerment tomorrow?
No, I wasn't able to get on that one because of just like the time frame because I have something
Okay.
else on. But I got an email, so I'll be responding to that.
Okay.
All right. And the next, if you guys want to just jump in, just trying to
Yeah.
work on something right now, so you guys could jump in. Oh, and also, oh shoot, what the heck? We're at a level 4. We're at
Yeah.
level 4 hype train. What's going on here?
I am King George
Oh
with
my
the
gosh.
300
I am
biddies for the
King
people.
DJ George. Bah,
Mhm.
bah, bah, bah. See what I mean? It's horrible. For the people entertainment, 100 bits.
That sounds like my rice and peas, honey Flo.
Bam Bam. Yeah, it sounds pretty bad. Bah, 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 bah.
No,
Yeah,
please
can't
don't tell
be
that
like
story.
Chris Cut.
My
I'm
time.
not.
No,
I
yeah,
won't.
that's, please don't tell that story. The chat
I will
probably
not.
phones. I'll give a snapshot of what she's talking about, so because the chat
Don't
probably
do
wouldn't know
that.
what we're
Don't
talking
do
about.
it. Don't do it.
My type made rice and peas with cooked Chinese food, white rice. Okay, all right. She said that on my show. All right.
Yeah, it was really disastrous, guys. Like every Caribbean person, even if you're not Caribbean, in my chat, everyone just close your ears because my Thai used Chinese white rice. I don't know what kind of rice she was using. Like
Cooked
That's-
she used Chinese
Chinese
white rice
Listen,
to make
I
jerk
was hungry
chicken.
and I
She
needed
used
it to cook fast.
How are you going to make jerk chicken and rice and peas?
Like-
You would be disowned in Toronto. People
Oh,
will not
Lord.
let you in the door in Toronto if you're using
Like
Chinese
jasmine
rice.
rice?
Where did
Like
did
white
jerk
rice.
chicken come from?
Oh.
It wasn't even jerk chicken.
Oh, I thought it was jerk chicken, wasn't it?
No, it's not.
If y'all
jerk
want to know the
chicken.
story, just follow my
It was
IG.
good.
It's on one of my reels.
It's quite scary, guys. So to all whoever's out there,
That was one time. It was
just be
one
careful. What's she
I've
cooking
learned my
up in
lesson.
her pot? You better open up that lid.
Yo,
Open up
GD's like,
that pot.
I don't even know about that. She's over here scratching the back of her head, like, I rice and peas with like cooked Chinese.
Yeah, it
that's
was
one time.
Chinese white rice. And did you
Listen,
say
it
you
was
just
very
dumped
American of me. It
But
was very American
did
of
you
me. I
wash the white
acknowledge that.
rice or did you just dump it in there? Did you dump
It
it
was
in the
cooked
pot?
rice. What she need to
It was
wash it for?
cooked.
Oh, it was
Yeah, it
cooked
was
rice.
already cooked.
It was cooked rice. Yeah, it's pretty scary, man. You're cooking cooked rice already, and you're mixing it. I don't know. I don't know.
Yep. I
That was a
followed the
hilarious story,
instructions.
though.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to rate it as well too. Okay, and then did everyone say their shows too, as well? Did we miss anyone?
I stream on Twitch right now. I'm finding my way, on a couple raids, mostly with Jen and Cushy. because I work like a nutball. So
I think I rated you a couple weeks ago, didn't I?
I think was it on a raid? Was it on a raid?
The female empowerment.
Like a
I
raid
found
thing?
him
Okay.
yeah, female empowerment one. I think
Okay, yeah.
Gamer went first, and then I was second, and I think you were third.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so
So-
nice to hear some like R&B, some hip hop.
The chat's fascinated by you, Mai Tai. Anya's asking, is it medium or small grain?
What's that? Oh, it was
Your
I don't
race.
know. It was just Chinese rice. It was rice from the Chinese store. There was white rice, a pint of white rice from the Chinese store. No, I got a quart.
Oh man. So we're definitely gonna rate out you guys. We're gonna support another lady too. And I know
JD didn't go.
oh yeah, we're gonna let her go. Oh, sorry. Okay, I missed her. So thank you for letting me know that. I just want to say I'm looking at another computer now. Thank you so much, Selectress Mistress Kush, doing big things too. She's on streaming daily for the female empowerment raid train. She's doing so much. She's a mother and daughter duo as well. Great person inside out. So make sure you guys are all adding Selectress Mistress Kush. I thank you for those 500 bits too. We're level 4 hype train, 54 seconds left. I am DJ King George as well, and for the People Entertainment, all you beautiful queens again. Thank you for being on the panel today. But we're going to get to. I think I missed someone here looking at laptops now, so you can go ahead. Oh, Yo JD. Okay, sorry about that. You can go ahead as well too.
No, it's okay. My computer's sticking, so I think my computer's like over it. But regular streams at the moment. But my next raid will be on Wednesday with Selecta Mistress Kush, actually at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
What was that? What
I don't
date
know if
was
you guys
that
got
again?
that.
It froze a bit. Can you repeat
It's
the
the
date?
15th. It's the 15th.
7 to what time?
Wednesday.
Is it 2 hours?
It's just an hour. I'm on a raid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the same time I'm
No, it's
streaming.
an hour.
Ah.
See you.
Well, I'm sure you guys will catch each other. So make sure you guys, before we leave, you catch all
We
these
will.
beautiful women.
Definitely.
Add each other, support each other. We're going to do a part 2. It was a lot of fun today, and definitely filled with a few surprises. And I want to thank Jen for all her help. She's the teacher, so she was helping me quite a bit. This is my first, kind of bigger panel discussion, and I hope to have more in the future. Took me out of my comfort zone too, because I'm more like one-on-one when I do interviews. So that this was new for me. I apologize if I missed so many people and so much in the chat. I'm looking at like 2 laptops and a phone right now and the chat. So sometimes I do miss some things, and I do apologize for that. Let's see. And I want to thank you guys again for the level 4 hype train, all the support today, and just most importantly, all you guys. Like, I didn't know, some of you guys like really, really well. I only know a few of you guys on this panel, but just your honesty and your openness, I think, is awesome. And I really appreciated you guys just speaking from the heart. That's what it's about. And I know you've touched so many people in here and some people listening. And I hope you guys catch the replay to just see how many comments, of what people were saying today on this show. So I thank you. It's hard to find, especially in this industry, really good, genuine people, and that really do speak from the heart and are honest with things, and having those tough conversations, being a woman, or they're not easy conversations. Sometimes you just brush them over. You don't say anything. So I'm really glad you guys were really, really open tonight with your thoughts and opinions. So thank you so much for joining me as well, too. So you don't know how crazy I am yet. So I appreciate that you joined me, Jen knows. You guys don't know. Maybe Mai Tai does a little bit.
Yeah, 30-minute voice notes.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, it was 14-minute voice notes.
Oh, I have some that's about 45 minutes from the past. It's okay.
Yeah, that's definitely me.
So before you read, I actually want to say, so make sure that so I would appreciate if everyone was to join on the raids that's happening for the rest of the month, presented by Black Beauty and Mistress Kush and myself, I'm also chiming in and helping out and supporting through whatever cause. We want to continue to empower the women for the rest of the month. So up tomorrow will be the female empowerment. I'm not sure who's kicking off the raid, Mistress Kush, because you don't never email me the flyers. You email everybody else and don't include me in the emails because, you just say I'm your best friend and you could just send me whatever. But, whoever is on first in the raid, please drop in the chat for the female empowerment on tomorrow. Mistress Kush, sorry, Selectress Mistress Kush. I apologize now. I'm sorry. But and then also on Sunday we're having the Rising Queens. We'll be kicking that off on Sunday at 12 p.m. I will have a guest on my show kicking it off, talking about basically honoring women, and that's going to be a conversation that's occurring just for about an hour with a special guest. She is a life coach, and she basically does a lot of seminars and workshops with women to basically help them find their journey. She's actually been great. Like, I appreciate her. She's been part of my life for a while and helping me get on my own path and kind of leading forward. So I appreciate if you guys will join in on that conversation. And then we're gonna raid into DJ Creamy, Black Girl Gamer, and hopefully AJD. I'm trying to add you on there for Sunday to party with us for the rest of the day. That Sunday, I will be on at 7 p.m. that Sunday. I will also be streaming tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. for Saturday Morning House and the Female Empowerment, all wrapped in one, Eastern Standard Time. So I appreciate if everyone joins in. Did Mistress Kush drop? Okay. Simply Moa will be streaming at 11 a.m. tomorrow for the Female Empowerment. So please join into that conversation. She's a dope podcaster who expresses and a lot of information that we need to basically make some life changes and growth. So join in on the fun, the conversations, the music, the energy, the love, and everything else that is happening on this platform. I appreciate you all. And I appreciate you, Honey Flow, for allowing me to disturb your peace.
No problem. Yeah, no, it was great. It was really awesome tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We're gonna raid into another female queen as well. So her name is Boss Lady G21. And we're gonna follow DJ Jen Jen. She recommended her, so we're gonna raid into her. So make sure you guys support the ladies. And as I said, supporting the ladies could be small things that you don't notice, including them on raid trains. Raiding into them, just doing different things, acknowledging their shows or that they're here. Like those little things, and also women supporting other women as we're doing today. I think that's really critical and really important too. All right, so we're going to start off this raid. I hope this works because I'm trying to do this from my phone. Let's see. Okay, so Boss Lady G21, make sure you guys throw up my emotes. Feel free to follow before we leave. Follow all these beautiful ladies. If you felt the vibe today, follow myself. I go by DJ Honeyflow, and I'm sure I'll see you guys around in these Twitch streets too.
Hey, Mistress Kush, could you write one of those nice little raid messages from, the women empowerment, something in the chat real quick?
Yeah.
Happy?
Yeah, that would help. You could put a raid message people could copy. That would be good too. Yes. And just, salute to all the women. Happy International Month as well. And make sure you celebrate yourself and celebrate not just this month, but just celebrate yourself daily, and if you make mistakes, that's okay. We all do. Just get up and, realize tomorrow is another day, right? So not only celebrate yourself, but just push forward and do what you want to do. Life is too short not to, So that would be my advice, especially to all the women, as well, and in this industry too. All right. So I think the raid is almost going through. And thank you guys for sticking around so long. It's been like, 4 or 5 hours? So I think the raid's almost going through, and I'm going to just let it go naturally. I'm going to try raiding maybe 1 or 2 times. Tall Pump, she's here. I didn't even see her there. Okay, let's see. Shout out to all the lurkers too. Okay, so it just went through. I'm going to try raiding out 2 more times because sometimes it misses. And
Ladies were amazing. I think we rated out. But Jen and Honeyflow, thank you guys so much for having me. It was so nice to meet you, Red Queen, and your JD. Hopefully I'll see you in Montreal. And my Thai, hopefully I'll read into you soon again.
all right.
In Miami.
Yes. I'm going to try one more raid. This is the third raid, and that's it. Yeah, it was so great, you guys. Thank you, guys. It was such a pleasure meeting each and every one of you guys, and I can't wait to, definitely check out more of your shows as well. I'm going to bring you guys back on for a part 2, maybe 3, maybe 4.
We'll work on it, Honeyflow. I got you.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I'll work on this.
It was nice meeting you guys. Thank you so much for having me. I really
Okay.
appreciate it.
You too, you guys. All right, stay blessed. See you guys soon.
All right,
Take care.
Bye.
You too.